Oh, no, wait. I'm better than I thought.
Are we live?
Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Might need to scooch a little
We
bit.
are Dicey Adventures, and we are continuing.
Well,
It doesn't help enough to be
Is the
if
microphone
you're
on?
uncomfortable.
I think so.
Okay.
We're usually
That
sitting
camera's
like this
tilted
close
again.
to like
Hey.
stay in the
I feel
camera.
like I scoot closer to you. Every, like
Need to
fall.
go-
Just like,
That this way. Oh,
oh yeah,
Technical
really.
difficulties.
This whole show is a technical difficulty.
Please hold.
Alright, I fire Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
Wrong character.
Yes.
I do like how we lined up the characters with who they are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get the music going, and then we'll actually get started.
And then you have to resay your intro.
boom.
That's what makes it easier for Kayla months from now when I get to this episode.
Okay.
Years from now.
Sued.
Yeah, I just finished episode 3. And it's not really
Hopefully
done.
just
Sued. Boom.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Boom.
We are
Sued.
Dicey Adventures, and we are continuing our Tales of Talerian campaign. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. Please follow us. You can catch our videos on YouTube. We are currently on. We have 2 episodes up or 3.
2.
2 episodes
on
up
podcast,
on for podcast. Available. You can find on Spotify, iTunes, or Anchor. And just add or Dicey Adventures. You can follow us on Instagram. Yeah, or catch us on YouTube. Okay.
Wait,
Are we ready?
what night is it?
29
29.
for most of us.
Did I
Most
miss?
of us?
Oh, no, I just wrote down the wrong one last time.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Gosh, I was wrong.
Oh, I should zoom this in so everyone can see again. Because no one can see who said
So-
it.
Me.
Just me.
Last we left off, your party has been spending the past 2 sessions. We've actually been in Kromstog, trying to figure out various things, wrapping up loose ends, pulling on some threads of new discoveries that each of us kind of, each of us went down a different pathway. Everybody was trying to figure out some different information. It culminated in Sinjin having an encounter in the glittering. Oop. We are professionals.
The dazzling sprite.
The dazzling sprite, the glittering sprite. No, the,
Nope,
the dazzling
Glittering
sprite.
dwarf.
Where you met up with Cassandra Gersk, a dark-skinned female halfling that you've had several encounters with, and who you knew kind of fancied you, and you decided to meet with her and take her out for a drink. While you were there, your mother showed up.
Got no information.
An unexpected and unwanted encounter. Upon approaching her and trying to ease the situation, you escorted Cassandra back up to the room with you, and there you began some slight pleasantries, and she began making advances towards you. You, not wanting to engage in the activity, decided that you would cast a sleep spell to give yourself an opportunity to get out of the room. You've done this numerous times, multiple occasions, where you've gotten into a situation where Lady Pursuer has made advances, and you've decided to remove yourself from the situation. You began tucking her into the bed, and during that point, your mother, who had, unbeknownst to you, slipped something in between the door lock, followed you up the stairs and barred it from being locked. You, as you had done this, your mother came to a different conclusion. A more nefarious one that when she awoke, Cassandra, and your mother. After you cast it on your mother, they both began assuming the worst of you. You quickly left, and explained that you had no part of it, but made it back to the rest, back to Enid's house. About an hour later, a couple of guards came and requested that you come with them. And as it stood that you were charged currently with assault and attempting nefarious deeds. You were there. Fury followed you invisibly, and Kayla decided to call on a favor. Enid decided to call on a favor of someone that she knew. Lawrence, a male dwarf that is a phenomenal lawyer.
Lawrence the lawyer.
Lawrence the lawyer.
I'm so original.
And you got him. He came. They posted bail for you, and you've been back at the house for a couple days. And that is where we are going to pick up this morning. As it is the day of your trial. Is there anything you wish to do before then?
The night before, I want to have a conversation with Enid if possible.
Yeah.
When it's just us, not anyone else around.
Okay, so you guys, Sinjin comes to you and...
Yes.
Hey, so I know I don't talk about my mom much because, well, things have been tricky in our past, but my mother's a bit of a drinker.
Yeah.
My father was a fiend.
No,
That's the only thing I heard when you said
so.
It took me a second to catch on.
When we were kids, she would drink pretty heavily. A lot more than I think was necessary. And in her state, she would sometimes hurt me and Riva. And so this tankard that I always drink out of,
Yes.
that I don't drink out of anything else,
Yeah.
it removes any alcohol from any drink because I've never wanted to let myself get to that point because I've seen what it can do to people. That's why I'm always so adamant that I drink from this. But that's the worst of it happened. You know this sword that I carry?
Yes.
I'm all over the place. I'm sorry.
No,
So this is the one
I
okay.
pull out the non-magical rapier, not the sword of De Tervado.
Right,
This is
the one
I
that
always
you
carried.
had, yeah.
This is the one, though, that's modified now. With the
It is
adamantium.
modified
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yes. I stole this sword.
From your mom?
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It used to be hers. But one night when she was particularly
Not with it.
not in her right mind,
Yeah.
she took it and started heading for Riva. And I got in the way. And I need to show you something. Just hold on a minute. I will, for the first time in the campaign, remove my armor and my cloak on the top part
Okay.
and turn around.
And what you see is this X across his back.
It's a big scar. I jumped in front of Riva and didn't let her hurt her. I never told my dad. I never turned her in because I always just hoped that she was a good person somewhere and that it was the drink. But I stole the sword, and I basically threatened her that if she ever came near Riva again in any way to hurt her, that I would turn her over to the authorities. And as far as I know, that was the last time she did anything like that, but... I don't get along with my mom well.
Well, I'm glad I never really met her or got to know her.
And now that she's just up and left the family and everything, I think... I don't have anything nice to say about her, so I try not to talk about her.
Yeah.
But I just want you to know what's gone on, and I don't know why she harbors so much hatred towards me exactly, but that's kind of what's happened.
Well, I'm so sorry. I just had no idea. I knew she wasn't around and wasn't a good influence, but
That's why I never wanted to hang out in our house. I wanted to go away and stuff. Play pretend heroes, because I was going to become strong enough that no one could ever hurt anyone I cared about ever again. So, anyway, I guess I'm technically a criminal because I stole the sword, but I don't...
is it?
She never
So
asked for it back.
Yeah.
She knows I have it. So, yeah.
I don't think that's stealing.
Hopefully not. But I just wanted you to be aware, because
Well,
we're going into a trial that...
I'm glad you shared with me.
Yeah.
So that's something I should talk about. Yeah.
Yeah. I just gotta put my cloak back on. It's also why I never
That's awkward.
take off.
Everybody else
any
comes
of
into the
this
room.
Yep.
Okay. Called it.
They are best.
That's why I never take off my full armor or cloak or anything. I just don't want the attention and the have to relive all of that moment over and over again.
I totally get that.
Reba doesn't talk about it.
Yeah,
I check in with her every once in a while to make sure nothing's happened, and she says nothing has, but
I think she remembers that night?
she was pretty young, but
Maybe.
but we don't talk about it. Well, anyway.
Well, I'm sorry she's still continuing to cause awfulness in your life. But we'll get through this. And then we can just never see her again.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Well, let's get some sleep.
Okay.
And I'll go to bed.
All right. Was anybody else wishing to do anything during these 2 days? Essentially, that you were kind of under house watch.
We had briefly talked about if it was worth it to go or get any more information from my parents.
Oh, that's right.
Were you gonna
Did
send
you
a
guys want to go
message
do that?
see if they had it?
Oh, that's right. Why we were
Right, so I
doing
think we would send a message probably.
Yeah.
We don't have to play this all out, but I think we would have sent a
Okay.
message. Do you have any more information? Would it be helpful for us to come talk to you more about what's his name? Quorum. And if they're no, then we wouldn't have gone and I just wouldn't have done anything else.
I think they would have just asked for more information about Quorum or Florin Fury.
Okay.
So I think they would have as much information as they could garner from about what he's done, his that. Hey, you told us he was dead. We obviously know he's still alive. What's going on? Being able to play that front. You're lying to us. What's going on? Kind of playing give us information. That way we can push that and be we know he's alive. So why did you lie to us?
Okay, so we would have had those interchanges back and forth. And then I think the only other thing I would have wanted to know from them is if they know anybody in Yondor that would be people that we could stay with or people that we could speak to or any sort of contacts that they have there.
They gave you the one contact for her, for the Guardian.
Yeah.
They mentioned that they were living there. Beyond that, they said that Quorum was the main contact over there that they knew.
Okay.
And that he was the master of exchange. So
no, it's fine. I just want to make sure if there's anybody else we would feel safe talking to or
Do
whatever.
you really think all these messages are getting relayed the correct way?
I mean,
I think we need Sinjin to redo it.
No, I would be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right.
Not helpful with
Enid would have done
Fred, but
all
I'll be
of those.
helpful with her parents.
Like sending. Okay, go back to sleep. 8 hours. Okay, sending. Just sending.
All right.
Okay. That's all.
So, the day of the trial comes. You are taken. A couple of the guards show up again. They lead you back to where the holding cell was, and they lead you off into a side chamber. Does anybody else wish to go with? Or are you asking if anybody goes with you?
I'm just gonna chat with the guards like they're my best buddies and just make friends
Enid
with
would
them.
go.
Yeah, I'd go too.
And I'd like give you a hug before departing.
I won't do that.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so you two go with him. You two, are you going or?
I'll go.
No, I have no other.
Under alter self
Okay.
as a very just
So you go out
individual.
the door. You're chatting up with the guards. You kind of slowly turn around. You see the entire party's following you.
Some random dude you've never met before.
Stand.
Would we have to be
Hallie's
like
new guy.
in
Yeah.
the stand?
I'm just look very stern and just disappointed.
Ah, Derek.
your usual.
Nice of you to join us, Derek.
I don't know any there.
So you're led into this side chamber, and you can see that there are 3 high-backed chairs. You two have never been in a courtroom of Kromstog before, but you know that typically these there's several judges that are elected, and they change it each year. But they are elected by popular vote, and they are they essentially, there's 3 to make a decision based on the information that's given to them. They represent like a jury. They do the verdict and stuff, and so they always have 3 to make sure that there's not a hung jury, that whatever the majority is that decides to vote. You get in there and you can see that there are there's another individual, and you can see it is they're wearing a symbol of the hearth along on their neck, and you can see that your mother and also Cassandra are there. Did you tell Alonzo and Riva about this? I'm assuming
They were there.
Yeah, when that happened, did you ask them to come at all?
So it's up to them. What their comfort level of being near her.
Fury's there. Throwing it out there.
I mean, I would personally prefer if Riva didn't come, but
Okay. They both kind of understood the situation. You do see your father, but he was outside the courtroom, but he's there. Riva decided to stay back, but he's outside the courtroom, so he's not waiting, or he's not in there to hear anything. But yeah, you. Let me go and change the music real quick.
by the way, all I could think about when I was planning that talk with Enid was the whole Joker thing and asking, you know how I got these scars?
Yeah,
My
kinda.
mother was a drinker.
Yeah.
Just do the whole Joker thing.
It's a weird connection I didn't expect there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fury could do the same
And all
thing.
of it is Heath Ledger as the Joker. It's terrifying.
So, if we could please come to order. All right. We have here before us one Mr. Sinjin Sekowitz. I'm not going to read the rest of the names that were given to me. They do not seem relevant in this case. You have been charged. Lays out the charges. How is it that you plead?
Innocent, Your Honor.
All right.
Because
Well-
there's 3.
We have been told by Lawrence, and he is here. Yes, Your Honor. And we've been told that you are willing to step into a circle or a zone, as it would be, of divination magic that allows our correspondent from the temples to be able to discern whether you are speaking truthfully or if you're lying.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cassandra has also offered to speak truthfully as well. and your mother as well, for any further witnesses that need to be do that. Are there any questions that you would wish for your counselor to ask your Cassandra or that?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
So, like, if there was anything particular, like you can
More of like, I would just want him to make sure that Cassandra remembers stuff and that she's not being fed, not remembering what my mom told her, but remembers, I don't know how to word that, but...
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But
Like her
because
actual
she may,
memories.
if someone tells you something
Yeah,
and you don't
you
know,
can-
maybe you start believing it, but I wanted her to be able to say what she knows, not
Okay.
what she was fed.
Yeah. So ask more like pointed questions. Did you do this?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you step into the circle. You can immediately feel the effect, and you allow it to happen. You see Lawrence. He steps forward and he presents a list of questions to the counselors, and they start going through them, and they start off with just, were you in the room with the alleged victim?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you cast the spell?
The sleep spell, yes.
Did she make advances towards you?
Yes.
Did you desire to have relations with her?
No.
And you kind of see they wait for a second, they look over, and you can see like nodding in approval that you are telling the truth. Did you do anything to influence the decisions of this individual besides casting a sleep spell on them?
No.
All right. Did you cast a sleep spell on your mother?
Yes.
Okay. And so they essentially go through a list of questions like this, kind of just proving this, and every so often they ask a question that kind of strengthens your point.
If I ever have
Looking back
to
that-
say like why I cast on my mother, basically be because she was attacking me with
Okay.
the stuff, and I wanted to get out of the situation.
Okay. All right. Okay. Is there anything else you wish to add?
I just look at Cassandra and say, I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding and for the false information that you were given.
Okay. All right. So Cassandra goes in. They ask her a slew of questions. And at one point, they do ask, were you making advances and did you disrobe yourself? And she says, yes, I did. I began doing that. That was... and it essentially just says, I was startled that I woke up in the bed and I don't remember what happened. It scared me, and I saw him finishing casting a spell on this other woman, and it startled me. And when I woke her up, I had forgotten what happened. I was in the room with him, and then everything went blank. And so kind of relaying this unknown aspect of what happened. It scared her. And then your mother steps in the circle and they ask her questions. And then she just says, she essentially just tells the truth. She doesn't go into any additional information. She just says, I barred the door. And then Lawrence just asks, well, why did you bar the door? I was scared that he would try something, as he was alleged. And then it gets kind of quiet for a second, and then did you see your son, Sinjin Psychowitz, trying to do anything? He just says, I believe that my mind put more information into the situation than what was there. And I believe that he is telling the truth based on his testimony. And then you see all the judges look at her again, and they all shake their head, and you see eventually the verdict comes through. It's unanimous. All three of them look, and they all say, You know what? Based on the evidence, we find no guilt. It's unanimous, and you are free. There's no charges, so you are free to go.
Who's free to go? Can you just lay the whole list once? just for the record.
Sinjin Psychowitz,
Hero of Heroes.
Hero of Heroes,
Guardian of Death Watchers.
Guardian of Death Watchers,
Giant Slayer.
Slayer of Giants,
Savior of Hobgoblins.
Savior of
And
Hobgoblins,
successor of Detervino.
and the successor of Detervino.
Just one bit on the record.
This and the Destroyer of Hellhounds.
Sure.
That is also on there. Yeah, that is also on there.
You're forgetting it's getting so lengthy.
Yeah, I don't even have that one written down.
I have. Yep. I have Guardian of Death Watchers.
So, but you can see that you see them walk out. Cassandra comes in. She just says, "I'm really sorry about what happened. It scared me. That's all."
I understand. I don't blame you. And I was I know she's not right there. I was kind of, someone else is to blame.
I think she was just trying to protect me.
Sure.
Name and be like right there.
Yeah.
Arms crossed,
Okay.
just staring at Cassandra.
And you can see that they end up kind of leaving. She leaves. You can see Alonso. Your mother's still in the room. She's still kind of staying there, and you see Alonso. He kind of steps to the door. I'm glad things apparently worked out, right?
Yeah,
That's good. Good. I didn't think anything. Penguin. Alonso, could you step in here, please? Sinjin, would you mind stepping out?
No problem. Dad, you okay?
Yeah, they do. And you see the door closes. Your mother's in there. 3 counselors. The other individual. What are you doing?
Is everyone there now? Or
Yeah, everybody's out there.
I'm complaining.
About?
It was boring.
Well,
Like,
Yeah, I
are
didn't
you
really
kidding me?
understand a lot of what they
Boring's
were talking about.
well, they weren't going to let me have my weapons to make it all flashy and cool.
The other person was your mom?
Always
Yep.
hated this formal stuff.
She seems like a
She's
you
not
like-
pleasant.
Yeah.
She's not pleasant. I don't talk about her much because it's just, yeah, sometimes you have a bad mom, sometimes you have a great dad.
Wouldn't know.
Well, it happens sometimes. But I
Is
guess
she
we should probably
talking to
get
your
out of
dad
here.
right now?
Yeah, I don't really know what about.
You should listen.
I don't know if I want to, but if you guys
could go
want
invisibly
to.
listen.
Put your ear on the door.
So
Why
while you
would
guys
I
are having
do
this
that?
conversation, about 2 minutes go by, and then the door opens slowly, and you see your father step out, and you just see this look of just bewilderment kind of on his face.
You okay, Dad?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the shop.
All right.
And you see he just kind of walks, and you look in and can see that your mother's standing in the circle.
Just gonna give her a look and then just close the door. Because at this point, even though I as a player know some stuff, Sinjin's pissed and he doesn't care.
Okay.
I'm just going to close the door and leave.
All right.
I don't want anything to do with it.
So,
Let's go back to our home, and I assume we're leaving soon, but should we give Zeke and Fleek any
Not gonna
directions?
check up on whatever that was?
Well, we'll say goodbye to my dad before we leave, of course, but he kind of seemed like he needed some time alone. I think, without my inside check.
Well, if your mother's what you say, then shouldn't you check to see if everything's all right with him?
I think, I know your dad enough. I think he probably just wants to go to his shop and think.
I'll talk to him before we leave or later tonight, but I'm going to give him some time to tinker and get his mind okay from whatever went on in there.
Well,
Sometimes it helps to tinker.
he still said they're going to support me knowing what they're up against, so I guess I should help him out too if he needs it. Not
Do
loud
you want to
enough
go
for
talk
anyone
to
else
him?
to hear. Not what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought maybe you wanted to go talk to him. Well, I'm starving because they didn't let me eat this morning, so pretty hungry.
It's like
Do
getting
you
your
have
blood
dental
test.
work?
What? I don't know. They said I had to be fasted for 8 hours. I don't
You
understand.
could go say bye to
Drug
Nebja
testing.
and eat at the tavern.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Okay. So you guys head there. Neb's is there.
Yeah.
Gives you a great breakfast and chats with you a little bit. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. For the sake of brevity, can we say that we probably went and got some healing potions as a group
Sure.
before we
Yeah.
left town?
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. And I'm assuming people are helping you, so
Yep.
roll with advantage.
We'll help you look for them.
I can help on prices. I don't know if you need a speech.
Since there are like 4 people helping, she gets
God, my investigation is terrible. That's an 8.
8. Okay. Huh. You find 4.
Oh, wow.
Regular ones?
You find 4 regular common healing potions. A lot of them been bought up recently. You go ahead, being with them, make a persuasion check with advantage because you're bartering for prices. Are you using the
I don't know who got this for me. Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I mean, I
That's how the night's
can't
gonna go.
be
You can't
mad.
be mad about that.
A 10 and a 10. Like,
Plus.
But it's more
so
than like his
18.
normal rolls.
18? Okay. So you get the prices down to be 35 each.
Instead of 50.
So 35 times 4.
You 4 can each have them if you want.
and is there another
So 150.
Oh, yeah, this character came.
Well, or 35 apiece.
140.
4 people want to buy it.
Yeah, I was the same one.
Is there another poster of Fury up in the tavern when we were
What are we
there?
doing 35
Make an
piece?
investigation check.
So does everyone want? Well,
You 4.
yeah.
I'm good.
I'm keeping 2 in here, but I'm
Everybody
always
but
going to be using the new dice.
Okay, so everyone but Sinjin has
For the-
one common.
So
and 35.
that's 18
18.
I have a grader already.
The price is increased.
to the 5,000.
No, it's 2,500 currently.
How crowded is it in the tavern?
It's still midday, so it's not very.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go take that one off too.
Yeah, you take the one off me.
I was gonna do something stupidly overcomplicated and subtle spell distant cast shocking grasp on the little pin and just burn it up.
1 d4. Okay.
It just catches on fire instead.
The whole place is on fire. Oh, great.
I'm burning this place to the
Back
ground.
to the courtroom.
No one would have.
Sir, you've been charged with arson.
Again.
But they wouldn't be able to track it to me, right?
I mean,
Even
process
though-
of elimination.
I mean, that dragonborn over there with the sword, he draconic magic, man.
Alrighty.
For the sake of brevity, can we also say we somehow set up, like some kind of payment
Yeah,
to
how are we
where
doing?
maybe like I don't know if I go to the bank and I set up a weekly payment to Zeke and Fleek and
How do we pay
Victoria.
them
You
while we're not there?
You could have Victoria
Or
be in
have
charge
her
of
be
it.
in
Yeah.
charge. Okay.
Yeah, because
Inside check on Victoria. See if I
we don't
trust
really
her.
know her, but
I trust her.
okay. I mean, she seems legit. So
okay. So if you, how many months in like are you essentially just wanting to have it taken care of?
I'd say 3
We got
months.
them cheaper than her.
Yeah.
She's a gold a day, and they're a gold total a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 gold times we'll just say 365.
Oh yeah, a year.
So if you just do a year.
Yeah. So.
If you just want to be done with it, or if you just want to do 6 months,
You
or
just, yeah.
however long you would like to.
So 730 gold.
Yeah.
Do we think
And I
that
can
we're
stick
going to keep them for a whole year?
At
I didn't know.
least.
Well, I didn't know if we were going to move. Or...
Victoria, we said it was
If-
long term, and she wanted, I
If
think, at
we
least a
move,
year.
they come with
At
us.
least a year.
Essentially,
They're
and
part of
you
the
have
family
actually
now.
gotten a piece of mail already. You had a person that came to your door. It was a person from the woodworking district up in the north of Kromstog that was requesting a meeting with you when you had time available to talk about her possible job. So that did.
You were
come.
looking at me. I assume you mean
Yeah.
us.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the leader.
Yeah.
I was like,
You.
Looking at you, the leader.
they
No,
want
sorry,
only
sorry.
Sinjin to do it.
You're a
Oh,
woodworker.
gosh.
No, sorry.
Spell
I'm
party.
trying to look around. Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
You were the only one looking and giving me eye contact, so I was
That's
like,
fine.
yeah, sure.
I just
Oh,
making
yeah, I
sure.
was writing.
Well, we could go see what they're offering at least, you know? Maybe it's something on our way that we can take care of.
Yeah, maybe if it's on our way, but I feel like we should, like,
Good
you
to
know.
Maybe they're like, hey, you know that road you're taking to Yondor? There's crops I need you to collect, or something stupid.
Craps?
Nope,
We've already collected craps. I don't think we need to do that again.
No more craps.
not yet.
That was not as easy as it should have.
All right. Should we go
Well,
talk
actually,
to
I
them?
could do some more of that
sure.
back one.
We'll go talk to Mr. Woodworks.
Okay.
I don't know who it is.
So you head up there to the woodworking district, and you guys have been up here only one. Like you kind of did the outskirts of it, but you just kind of constantly hear the, and then you can see fires kind of pluming up into the sky. A lot of fine wagons, bows, like whatever, anything that can be made of wood is made here. That's what Kromstog is partly known for, is being able to make, especially the main capital here, is they make beautiful fine woodworking. But you're led up to an individual named Bart Wessig. It's a half elf. He's got tan skin, pretty strong build. No beard, clean shaven. Kind of a little bit of a brown yellowish eyes. Hello.
Hello, Sinjin
Name's
Psychowitz.
Bot. Pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you. You will disciples of Sinjin, correct?
These are my disciples,
All
yes.
right. Yes. Word is spread that you are good at getting things done. If you're willing, we do have a current job available. It's if you're able to, sooner the better, but it's totally up to you. Whatever works the best. But you can hear it. We're going to continue on with what we're going to be doing anyways, but we just wanted to try communicating. So we are the Kromstog Fellers.
Fellers? I assume that means fellers, not
Yes.
fellers.
Oh, the Kromstog fillers.
Yep.
Sounds like a little folk band.
There have been some strange instances of workers falling asleep, and now the equipment being missing up in the north. So if you guys all look at your map, you
Super
can
map?
you
The
can
little map.
look at the forest right above, or the woods right above.
Next to the Shimmerock caves?
Yeah. So those woods
woody.
that they've been kind of working on that quite a bit, trying to getting a lot of wood from that forest, and we need someone to investigate it. It's up to you. Let me know within the week.
You said people are falling asleep as they go in there to fell trees?
People are going up. They're trying to work. It's slowed production down quite a bit, and we've had a lot of equipment stolen.
Maybe you're just cutting down too many trees.
I mean, but that's our job.
Maybe you should go cut down trees somewhere else.
Well,
She likes trees a lot.
You
All
can
right.
go talk to a tree and see what it has to say.
You could talk to a tree. That could be helpful.
Do you do that? Well, I've seen the horses.
Yeah, so I know you said it's not super urgent, but as soon as
talked to the
possible would be
plants yet.
great. What does this job pay?
Boy.
And what is the... Is it just an information thing?
We don't know what's going on. We just know that they're being taken, the equipment, and our workers are sleeping. And we get up there, and same thing's happening. It's been kind of happening all along the work route.
Are they
we
easily?
We have about a full 2-mile stretch that we're working on.
Are they easily woken up once?
Yeah. We just shake them awake, and they're like, "Oh, we fell asleep."
Interesting.
How long has it been happening?
We've seen an uptake in the last couple weeks. It's been happening more and more often.
Well, if it's a sleep spell, we have a resident expert in such a spell.
Well, that's pretty great. I don't really know much in the way of magic.
Too soon.
But
Oh
Want me
no!
to show you?
Something pot. I missed half the name, but thank you.
Thank you.
well, thank you.
Well,
I have the
all
screen
right.
zoomed
We
in
will
on the
just.
chat.
I'm sorry. Did you say what it paid, if anything, or is it just?
Depends on what the problem is.
We don't know what's going on. We just have a lot of narcoleptic workers.
That's not good.
We don't know. So we're trying to figure it out. So
None of them are hurt, right? And
no.
Is any money being stolen, or just
no,
their equipment?
just the equipment. Well, I mean, the equipment costs money, so
Right, but I didn't know if they're also getting robbed
No.
of their lunch and gold pouches.
no.
All right.
So
Okay.
if it's something you're willing to investigate, let me know. I understand adventurers like you could be pretty busy. But
Expensive.
let me know.
We will talk it over and get back with you.
Thank you.
I can talk to you in your mind.
Did they say how
Great.
much it would be?
Okay.
Nope. I think it depends on what we find as we're walking away. I think it depends. You know, if we go up there and
Are you really?
we find out
hurting
everyone's
for
just
more
passing out
money?
drunk because they're stupid, then that's one thing. But if it's like, ooh, sleep dragons are attacking, then that's another thing.
All right. So, what are you guys? You guys have talked before. Are you planning on going west towards the Kingdom's Crossing? Or you wanted to do this? I was throwing this out there that like you did receive a piece of mail. This is here, but you were more than welcome to go west as well.
What do you guys think? Do we want to help out them, or do we want to continue to
Doing this
yonder?
in-game?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I assume
That's
so.
sure.
Because we have to talk about it.
I mean, it's not
The sleep's
terribly
affecting
out
him.
of the way. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't really want to help them cut down more trees, though, if that's what we're going to do.
no, we're going to help solve the sleep problem.
But then they'll be able to cut down more trees because
That's
they'll have
irrelevant to
their...
what we're helping with, though.
No, it's not.
They're going to cut them down either way.
Not if their equipment keeps disappearing.
They'll get more.
That'll
All
disappear
right, so
too.
one vote for, one against. How about the rest?
I can go see what's happening, but I don't really want to help them.
Well, maybe you can help the person putting them to sleep. And we
Maybe.
will fight you too.
We don't know that we're fighting anybody. We don't know that anyone's fighting anybody.
I mean, I assume
Maybe they're just really
it sounds
tired.
like some form of sleep magic. Someone has to be casting said magic.
Yeah.
Thus,
I'd be kind
there's
of curious
someone.
just to know who's doing this.
And from experience, people don't just...
They're not hurting anybody, so I assume they have a reason.
They're hurting business.
That's not the person. I don't care about business.
I do.
Well, then you can go by yourself.
Okay.
Enid, Kelly?
I will go. I'd like to know who's doing this because there could be something more behind it that could eventually impact us.
Yeah, I'm indifferent, so it's not really out of the way for us. I mean, it's a little out of the way, but we could then stop in Tea Garden and
Right, we could go
up
straight
and
over
over.
to Tea Garden.
Oh, on our way west.
Well, we might have to check back in.
Can you send?
Oh, you know.
I can, but if we want to, it'll be fine. Well, it depends
see
on
what
what we
you're saying.
find.
Yeah.
We could always deposit the
Sending
money
message.
at the
Everything's
house.
good. We're heading by.
Well, we could go take a peek if no one's against it and decide what to do after we find it. If it's
mean,
a bunch
how
of
many-
beavers or something.
How far away is this?
Yeah, how
Just
far
the
away
just
is
the
it?
north.
Let's
It's
do it.
like
It only
Yeah.
took us like a day to get to Shimmerock.
Yeah,
and
this
that's
is a day.
yeah,
Closer.
no, it's
Closer.
yeah.
So we
It's
could
a
get
couple
there.
I mean,
hours.
could be a very quick trip. If it's something more, we can reevaluate and possibly.
That's right.
Okay.
We don't necessarily have to fix whatever the problem is to figure out what the problem is. He just said figure out what's going on.
Right.
Exactly.
We can just tell them.
So we don't necessarily have to stop it as long as we understand it.
And maybe you could even convince a couple of them to stop cutting down trees.
There you go. Win, win, win.
All right. So you guys are heading north.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Alonzo before I leave. Though.
Okay. All
I
right.
assume if we find him in his shop after they close or something, or I don't know,
Okay.
sometime.
Sure.
I don't know if anyone's coming with me or not.
Where are you
but
going?
I'm just going to go talk to my dad and tell him goodbye and talk to him.
I wouldn't go.
I would go.
Sounds a little private.
What?
Yeah.
Fury's
Not
going.
private
Here's-
for Fury.
Well, one, I don't like being alone.
Fury's my shadow
We
to
can
keep
stay
me
with
out
the
of
rest
trouble.
of us.
We don't care.
2,
You can go set up payment for all of Victoria and all of that stuff going
That's
on.
true.
Make
And
sure
did
they
we
take care of
explain to-
Skittle.
Yep, Skittle
They got to take care of Skittle.
and make sure, I guess, Victoria understands the sending stones.
Yep. Explain that. I think we explained it to her,
we
but
did.
make sure she understands
Yeah.
the sending
I
spell.
also feel like it's not a good idea to let Sinjin do things alone anymore.
I guess real quick, do we want to leave anything at my house from our
It's true. Do you guys have
expansive
anything?
bag?
We
Yeah.
do
any,
have.
any armor or any weapons?
Don't
if
we
you
have
wanna do
paintings we should be selling?
Yeah,
Or should we decorate with them?
we could decorate.
Depends on what's in the
those?
paintings.
Very fancy paintings in your.
You
Are
into
you-
the house and it's about making
250 of these old rulers,
really
and
it's about making a statement,
Well, we could just, use them as decoration until if and when we need to sell them.
right?
Wouldn't that make us now a target for thieves?
They don't know we have
don't
them.
know that we
No one's
have them.
coming in here.
Seek and Fleet.
Everyone
Got it,
is
lockdown.
hearing about us now.
But they're not going to come in our
But
house.
we have Zeke and Fleek that don't let them in the house.
They are pretty reliable.
Yeah, we all rolled to see how reliable they were, and we all agreed they're great.
What
We
if-
all rolled
what if-
I think I got a
The house
natural
burns
1.
I got like a 2 or something. They're great.
Okay, so let's leave the 6 works of art.
I love
Okay.
Zeke and Fleek.
Yep, put those. You're gonna have to have a house page, a bag page,
I know. I think I'm just going to put
at house so that you know it's not in the bag.
that.
So we
go ahead and make an investigation check real quick of the
Oh, to see if they're in the back. Someone stole
of the
from the dimension.
of the paintings.
Okay.
They're all paintings of you somehow.
Something in the painting.
That's how this night's going.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
You see a lot of names. None of them ring a bell
Got
as you're looking at them.
Cool.
Of these.
As I'm leaving them up to someone
anyone else?
maybe,
I would be looking
You
for
want to
sure.
look? Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation.
I think I've
You would.
They just
studied
look
way,
real
fancy.
way
16.
too much stupid history. No,
16.
16. That's it.
So what you see this very beautiful, elegant portrait. It looks like a little bit weather worn on the sides, but it looks almost like of all the paintings that you look at, it's one of the more fresh ones, one of the more done, like recently done, and you almost smell like a little bit of salt on it, almost like it was like from a place where there'd be a lot of salt, whether it came across the sea or whatever. What you see is this massive figure, rippling muscles, with this bear pelt cloak over the shoulders, and you can see on the bottom it says "Dusk the Destroyer," and you just see this very elegant looking figure that's just kind of like smiling like this, and it's. And he's wielding this giant double-bladed axe, and it's pretty awesome.
I would point that out.
Yeah.
Interesting. They went with a nude for this. But
Nude except
whatever.
It's power.
It's tasteful.
His therapist.
Are you a fan of the artist?
I think that one goes over the
The
map.
flag. Yeah. We
Well, we
should
got
move the flag.
Move the
just
flag for this.
We'll put the flag by the front door.
Weird character.
So yeah, you see this barbarian. Yeah.
All right, so we'll leave those. Oh, so we've got. I assume we're all by ourselves and not out in the open.
Yeah.
We've got this map of
Zeke and
Daxurus
Fleet's over
Tower,
there.
right? It's still probably a coveted item. Do we want to keep that on us? Hide it here and keep the moonstone on us?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I feel like they should be separate.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Because even if they find something, they're going to need this to read it.
I do think we should.
Would a moonstone burn? Not that your house is going to burn down. But
Well,
I'm a
could
little
you-
bit worried about leaving all the paintings
I mean,
and the map. Like that one place they burned
You have
down.
a copy as well.
yeah, we have the copy
We
as
have
well.
a copy, yeah.
So
So could we just destroy the moonstone and the map?
I don't...
magical.
At least the moonstone.
Is that you? Sorry.
Yeah.
No. I just heard like a.
I don't even
Listen,
hear it.
whoa.
I think we should take the moonstone with us in the bag.
Yeah, and
Doesn't take
then
up much
leave
space.
the.
I have the moonstone currently.
And
Oh.
leave.
Guys, if you want to evolve Claire Fairy, you're gonna need.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think you should leave the. Yeah, you should keep. Sinjin, you should keep the moonstone.
Or get me to
and
keep
let's
it.
hide the map
The
in
original?
my house. The
But
original.
at the
What
same,
about the copy?
Do we just
but I mean,
destroy the copy?
who cares anymore? They're not going to find anything in there
You can
worthwhile.
put a copy at your house.
We didn't go through the library like a person who wanted to redo that would go through the library.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of uninvestigated
Yeah.
corners of that could be.
And there was those teleportation circles we never really looked
Yeah.
at.
Like, I feel like there's still a lot of dangerous stuff in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We
And
could-
now we have all of our
You have,
additional
you have the
notes.
15 books in Abyssal.
Yep. We've got
So,
those too.
do you think we should destroy our copy that we...
I think
Because
so.
that's any one, if they found that one,
You don't
they
need a
have the
special
whole thing. If we split the other two up, it's useless without the other. And I think two of us could hold on to these things. So
So
that
you want to keep them on us?
I think on separate people though, if one person get captured, they still don't have everything.
If they capture us as a group.
Then they probably
We can hide the piece here.
have the advantage either way. Don't get captured.
Well, I'd rather not.
Make an intelligence check, you two, since you guys.
Because I got captured. It's
Yeah.
'cause I
No,
got captured.
since you two are the most.
Intelligent.
No, the two that seem to have like an intrigued interest in this. Nice, 21. You remember in that first fight against them that the one item that they already had was the moonstone. That if they had the ability in any way, shape, or form to probably track something, that would most likely be the item.
They'd be tracking the moonstone.
Because they could do locate object or extents of that. So maybe don't bring that one with us.
That's what I would think. Bring the map, keep the map on us, leave the moonstone here.
But then they would also find where the moonstone is. Do not leave the moonstone anywhere we want
Do I
people
know
finding
if
whatever else
we
is
put
there.
the moonstone that I've just been carrying on me into an extra dimensional bag? Do I know if they can track that?
Make an Arcana check. And this is dealing with the magical items, so you have advantage.
Oh, I almost had the one.
I always try to clarify that because I know that that's something that you have.
21.
21. You know that most scrying magic or divination magic of that nature has to be on the same plane of existence, and being in a extra dimensional portal is not on the same plane.
So we put the moonstone in her bag, leave the map hidden at home. Because it's another dimension.
You're the only ones that had access to the other map. You do know that.
Right.
That could work.
Alright.
Yes.
So we're going to hide as best we can
Okay.
the super map
Okay.
at our home.
Okay.
Going to burn the copy.
Mhm.
That's just on regular
Who would
paper.
like to make a survival check to see how well it's hidden?
Ooh.
I would say Enid.
Yeah.
You can assist because she's looking around the house.
Yep, we'll assist you.
How good are
I only have +1.
So someone else
It's a
if
wisdom.
someone else wants to hide it,
how good is the fairy
They
with
can.
survival?
Those two are going to be the
Are you
best at it,
asking
not
about
me.
me?
Yeah. what's
But
your
if we
survival?
help her,
For you.
I think Ashlyn and Enid should do this.
I don't think mine's +4.
Mine's +5.
Mine's
yeah, you,
0.
Yeah.
Kayla.
all right. So
do it.
someone's helping you, so
Mine's
you have
+1.
advantage. So roll twice.
No pressure, but
Again,
the
natural
whole-
20.
But also
we're all
pressure.
depends on this.
Okay, 11. 16?
16. Okay. So you find a spot. It's actually where the stairs are. you can, you know how the like on a carpet and stuff, like where you can see the little edge, like their little corner. You actually slide it in. There's no carpet on the stairs, but you slide it in between a couple of the spots where there's a tiny little bit of a crack, and you secure it on one of the stairwell. We'll say the 4th stairwell up.
Can I take care of the map? I want to test
Oh,
something.
to burn the other copy?
Yeah.
Sure. There's the copy.
Take it. I run outside. Sort of like a little clearing.
Yeah.
I put it down, take a dagger, and I stab it into it.
Okay.
Then because I want to test the glove out some more.
Okay.
And it needs to be in contact with a metal item.
There you go.
So I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay, Shocking Grasp, and roll a d6.
And is that?
I think that's fire, isn't it?
I think it is fire.
It's fire.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, it is fire.
So yeah, you watch are you going out to look at it?
Yeah,
You watch him. He stabs it in the ground. He watches. He reaches out. You see an erupted fire.
It's cool. A little bit overkill. We have a fireplace, but
Don't tell your sister, but that is awesome.
she
To
knows
go
it's awesome.
take my dagger back
Okay.
because
Alright,
that was
So
probably
you have now.
that was the dagger of venom.
Make an Arcana check for me.
I got rid of
Okay.
it off of my stuff.
I wrote it down. 1 wound.
Ooh,
Well, I don't have the
9.
Lord of Zorn's family.
9. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I have all these jars.
Get rid of some
I
of this
never
stuff.
do well on Arcana checks.
Do we want
'Cause I
to
always
keep all
roll
these
them with
robes
Sinjin
on
and
us, or do we
Heelys.
want to
Yeah.
dump these
Of course.
robes? The cloaks of.
I feel like we should dump.
Keep one.
Haven't we like ruined 2 of them?
I mean, they're just non-magical except the one, but
I have
or you have
2
two
magical.
magical ones.
Would it be helpful to keep one in case for whatever reason we need to disguise ourselves? Someone
Sure.
one
Dump
of us.
them all, but I have Vince's cloak if we want to save that one.
Yeah, I guess they probably don't really.
I don't think they care about
Take-
the cloaks.
Yeah. So we can leave those behind except for.
Yeah, I mean, they're especially the non-magic ones. They're just cloaks. They can get new ones.
Yeah.
They can't track them.
I mean, if they want to, but I don't know if they even know that we have them or care.
If they tried tracking the cloaks, they would, I believe, locate any cloak nearby, unless they
Unless
know
they
the
have a
exact
chosen
one they're trying to track.
Well, there were a
But-
couple that had dimension things.
All right, so I'll go talk to my dad.
Okay. So you make your way back to Alonzo's tinkering treasures.
Fury's there.
Fury's following.
Want to buy the stuff, by the way, the launcher and the stuff.
I don't think I was paying attention. There's a launcher.
Here's a
Yeah, the
grenade
launcher
launcher.
was really
It's
expensive.
really expensive.
Like 1,000.
I mean, in game, I
Was
wasn't
it
paying
1,000
attention.
for
Out
the
of game, I know
launcher and
exactly
how
what
much
it
for
is.
each-
I guess I have
thing?
one more gold on me.
I think I said.
I think it was 1,000 with the family discount.
The launcher was. I don't know what's the other things are cheaper though.
What is it that we launch with this? The chaos grenades?
Yeah.
Oh, they're 25 gold. He has 8 of them, and the launcher's 1,000.
Yep.
Don't remember what they do, but I assume you have it written out.
The launcher
Does it cast as
extends
chaos
the
bolt?
range from 20 to 60 feet.
There's a spell called chaos bolt.
Is that 10 or 100
That's
platinum?
essentially what he's infused it
Okay.
inside.
He was asking what they do, and I said I assume they do chaos
Yeah.
bolt.
Yep.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds awesome.
It's like a random elemental attack, and then if you, it's a complicated spell. You'll have to read it,
All right.
but
So
it can possibly do a lot of damage.
Mhm. Yeah, there we go. I also have the fancy paint spring. Oh wait, you already have those.
yeah, that's 100. So that would be 1,200 total to get the launcher and all 8 grenades, correct?
Yeah.
How big is this launcher?
It's essentially a modified light crossbow. Yeah.
So I can carry it on me.
Hmm?
I'll take the lot.
All right. You can. So you first enter into the store, and you can see. Sinjin, hi.
Hey, Dad. I was just coming to say bye. We're going to
Hi.
head out on a little mini mission up north.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So you're looking to purchase some stuff?
That too, yeah. I think I'll take the launcher and your chaos grenades to try them out if you want.
Sure. let me go grab those. You can kind of see he walks right past the launcher.
Is Riva in the shop?
You do not see Riva. She does not appear to be in here. You can kind of see he walks past it, kind of starts fumbling around, looking. Oh, it's on the wall. Here you go.
Thanks.
Oh, the grenades.
Careful.
Oh, it's fine. Opens it up, and then you can see the 8 different canisters inside. You know what? Hey, since you're taking a lot, obviously this is with family discount, so $1,200 is what it's going to run you. He pulls out like a holster like Chewie wears. So
yes. They all fit on it. Oh man, if I get hit with it though, do they blow? I sometimes take some hits in battle.
You may not want to wear that. Someone who gets hit the least might want to carry this.
I can.
We all get.
I just picture furious. Let's do this, guys.
Alter self to make myself like.
I'm your Rambo.
Cool.
The name's
we'll figure it
full
out,
on.
but I'll take that and 8
Okay,
grenades.
so you have a holster, so I'm gonna mark off 100 gold.
So
yeah.
it's real rich guys.
So last time I was here, wasn't Riva working in like one like area?
She was working in the back, yeah.
Is that place off limits? Do we?
No.
You can go back and see if you want.
I'm gonna go back. Well, first.
Okay.
First I would start sneaking to make sure she's not there.
Okay. You start sneaking. She doesn't appear to be here.
And I just am gonna put one platinum piece just like on the desk.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. You do see that one of the chaos grenades back there in this area, you can see that it currently, you can see one, like it appears to be a fully set one, but you can see a lot of drawings and schematics like near it, drawn in her handwriting and stuff. You do see her glove, and you actually see a sketch of your face on the wall. It's not of that, but like you can, but you just see a sketch. It's a very flattering sketch of you. It's nothing. It's not like you're ready. Like it's just a profile. But you see the glove written on there and stuff next to it and everything, and all the schematics for that. But what's interesting is you see the grenade, and you can see that there are like modifications being done to this one that's currently sitting in this like tripod, essentially. That she's apparently working on it on this grenade currently. I have all this stuff here. I'll get it to you after we go on break and stuff. That's what you see back there. But yeah, you did the platinum piece.
I don't know.
Okay.
Platinum.
Do you put it by the glove?
Just
So
on the corner of the table.
Nice.
You okay, Dad? Today you seem a little out of sorts more than normal.
Yeah, I'm obviously you're astute enough or aware enough that I'm not okay. Got some information that kind of threw me for a loop. That I know is the truth, but I'm just trying to make sense of it all. You can see his eye. Make an insight check, actually.
Am I still in the back during this part?
Yeah.
16.
His eyes kind of just like linger on yours for a little bit, and just like kind of just staring at you. And
Before you say anything, no matter what happened in that room, you're my dad, and I love you.
well,
No,
I understand. Do you know something about what was said?
Mom has said some stuff, but I didn't believe it.
When
but I'm
did-
assuming
I
you
had never-
found
I-
out. I didn't know until a couple days ago, and I assumed it all to be lies, but now that you say she was in the circle of truth, I'm imagining it has some sort of validity to it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
I I'm not saying that. You're always going to be my son. You are Sinjin Psycho. It's my son. It doesn't change anything. It's something that just, like, what happened. I'm trying to make sense of everything, and you know, I didn't get many answers besides just those facts. Based on your mother and I's history, just doesn't add up that she would go off and just be with someone besides me. You know, we were meant to be. So I don't know what's going on.
I think she's a good actress in some regards.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks for buying this stuff. You can kind of see, like, his eyes are welled up, but he's just trying to get through and just say, I'll let you know you left us this stone. We'll let you know if anything comes up or find anything else out. I'm gonna try to go find her and talk to her a little bit more.
Keep Riva away if you can, for her own good. I don't know if that's a safe situation.
Is she my daughter?
Does she look more like him than I do?
She does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's your daughter.
I know. Just like you're my son.
I'd venture to say she's biologically your daughter as well. But either way, it doesn't really change going forward.
No. It just makes you reflect on the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love you, son.
Love you too, Dad. Take good care of Riva.
Will do.
We'll be back.
All right. Well, be careful with those.
And then just before we leave town, I'm going to
see him sitting there.
Well, I'm going to give a letter to Victoria at some point and tell her to mail it after I'm gone.
Okay.
One that I have written up.
I'm excited. I haven't seen any of these.
It's the Fury's mom. No, she's not dead.
And Enid's gonna dig her up.
Let's exhume this grave.
Well, what's her title now?
Warden of Death.
The Warden of Death, digging up everyone's parents.
Yeah. I need to look into that.
Yeah. All right, troops. All right. So do you want to head north and investigate?
Okay.
We get to talk to trees.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start there. So you guys begin making your way northward of Kromstog. It's getting close to evening right now. You get a little bit closer to about 2 hours before night falls.
Is this still the day of the trial?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it's morning.
I just need to know for spells.
Yeah.
If you casted Alter Self, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys begin making your way north. You can, you guys just hit the tree line. You've got about an hour of daylight when you hit the tree line, and you can see that, like, a lot of the trees have been felled on, like, kind of half of the woods, and it looks like they've kind of been slowly working their way up along this wooded area. And there don't appear to be any workers where you're at currently. And they appear to be up further, like kind of centralized in this particular
So as
area.
we're approaching, I would make a offhand comment. Maybe you couldn't just make them replant the trees.
Maybe you can stop talking before I decide you need to shut up.
I assume you always decide that.
I'm always thinking it, but I'm getting really close to doing something about it.
Out of game. See, she's evil. Just kidding.
You see an orange tint Were you blue?
She was getting back to purple, but
Back to
more
purple?
orangey.
A little bit more of a tinge of orange.
It's good to say
And
the group's
especially
still
seeing the
the
trees.
same.
The orange
Dynamics.
is just kind of.
Same dynamics as usual. That's good to see. All right.
So, who is helming the journey through this? Like, kind of just leading the way. I mean, you were told.
I feel I should, but if no one
I
else...
feel like you
know
were-
what we're looking for exactly.
I mean,
right now.
What are you wanting to look for? You were essentially told that workers are falling asleep, so you can go up to where the worker camp is. So that's where you're headed right now.
Yeah.
So we can just expedite it. You guys get to the working camp. You can see.
I
people
would
cutting down
just
trees.
simply be looking for traces of magic. That is all I would be looking
Okay.
for.
All right.
Detect
So when we get
Just Arcana checks. I don't have that.
okay.
I'll just kind of talk to Ash. Can you really talk to trees? I know you can talk to like horses and stuff, but can you really talk to trees too?
Yeah. I've never done it before, but I think I can.
That may be a good place to start. They're kind of here all the time.
Might go a little bit further back. I don't know if I want to talk to one right by the workers. That might be sad.
Oh God, please save me!
do you want anyone to accompany you, or do you want to go by yourself? I assume you don't really want
I'm
Fury to accompany you, but I don't know if you
no,
wanted.
he can go somewhere else.
We'll have Fury talk to the workers.
I can go with you.
Also, not a good idea.
All right, you
Callie, you can talk to the workers.
heal on Enid.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, you guys go talk to the tree.
Okay. So you guys get up to where the workers are. So we'll expedite that. You guys are going towards where one of the trees
Going
are.
a little bit more into the
Yeah.
forest.
How are
Okay.
your people skills?
-1 charisma.
I'm good.
Oh, I really thought Callie was pretty bad.
All right. So we'll start
Wait,
with
are
you,
you with
Ash.
us?
I feel like it's been so long since we actually got to roleplay or anything with you. So I'm excited.
I know. See if I can do it.
You got this.
I'm excited to hear this conversation between Ashlyn and a tree.
And
I'm gonna
not
pick an
gonna-
older looking tree, like a bigger one,
Okay.
to talk to.
Alrighty. So you find this large old oak
You
tree.
see her talking about.
Yeah, you know, be like, what?
I'm
the
like gonna
heck
crouch
is
down
that?
in front of it too.
Okay.
What does it sound like
Rustle,
to
rustle.
us?
I assume nothing.
Like
Like
what-
leaves.
Look at the tree.
Just you hear.
You don't hear anything.
There's
You
a
don't hear-
breeze.
Do I make any sound at all, or is it just like?
Yeah, you're talking. We'll say.
Like in common.
Oh, I assume she was talking the language of the trees.
Ooh,
Like-
it's like the Ents in Lord of the Rings.
Oh God, we'll be
The
here
Ents
forever.
moot. Yeah. It takes a long time to say anything. And
That scene is so hard to watch.
The whole movie's hard for me.
Well, yeah. That scene especially.
So you go up and you release the spell to the tree.
Hello, tree. I don't know if you have a name. I don't. Do trees have names?
You really looking up tree names?
Trees
I'm not
can
looking
have
at tree
names.
names, no.
Okay.
Where's my page
Oh.
of tree names?
Does this look like
I'll look up tree
a
names.
maple tree?
This is an old oak.
I know, but
Oh.
this oak. This is an oak tree.
So I guess we can go
Okay.
with Old Oak.
Yeah.
Mr. Oak.
183 tree names for babies.
All right.
From,
Maybe like maple.
So,
from
You- what did you say?
nameberry.com.
I just said hello first. See if it. Oh. So I'm sorry about, what's happening to the forest and everything.
What's happening? Oh,
Oh, you didn't know this.
you mean the ones that have been cut down?
Yeah. Yeah. So stuff's been happening around here. Is it because of that, or do you know anything about it?
We're going to go with Darwin.
What things?
Apparently, people, not trees, have been going to sleep and then stuff's disappearing. Honestly, I think it's probably fine, because I don't really like that they're cutting the trees down, but I didn't know if you saw anything.
Hard to see without eyes.
If you sensed
But
anything, I don't know what you do.
Through the woods, I expect Ovyr.
You what?
Ovyr.
Ovyr?
Ovyr.
Why? What is an ovier?
Our protector.
Like of a forest, or?
One who talks to us like you.
Oh, so like a druid, maybe?
He speaks
Druids talk to trees.
I do.
the Lorax.
Sure.
So this person thing lives in the woods too. You?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, we'll go talk to Ovier. You don't know where to find them, do you?
You look up the intelligence of a tree?
Nope, I'm gonna just roll to see. Why not? Can't say I do.
Do you know any really smart trees?
Smartest one around.
He's trying to eat him.
Alright. Well, it was very nice talking to you, Mr. Tree.
You too.
I'm gonna go now.
Bye.
Drop the spell.
So, did Mr. Tree have anything useful?
Well, you said that the woods have a protector named Ovier. Maybe a druid? He didn't really know.
Oh, that's a name. That's a start.
I named the tree Daru.
Talked really slow.
Well, it's a
That's
pretty old
Daru
tree.
for you.
Yeah. Don't really think, though, that it's going to be easy to get whoever's doing this to stop if they plan on cutting the whole forest down.
Yeah. Well, should we go meet up with the group and see if they have any luck talking to the workers?
So, yeah, well, you guys are
Yeah,
heading
yeah.
back. You guys are, what are you trying to do?
Do we see any asleep workers?
You don't see any currently asleep workers right now.
Does someone look like a foreman or someone in charge?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. There it does.
I will
Are you so
greet
glad
that
we went-
person.
Hey,
Hello, St. John
name's
Cyclowitz.
Jeff.
Hero of... Jeff, great name.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were sent by...
Jeff the Foreman?
Yeah. Do you know a Bart Wessig?
Yeah, he's the boss.
Yeah, he has sent us to kind
He's
of...
the Kromstog Feathers.
Yep.
That's us.
We are here to investigate the sleeping problem. Apparently some workers are falling asleep and their equipment's going missing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been happening.
Has it happened to you and your current group?
Not me. I think Bart over there. Yeah.
Everyone's Bart.
Everyone's
A lot of
Bart.
Barts in
Bart
this
and
group.
Jeff.
Yeah.
That's Bart Tibbles.
Bart Tibbles. Huh?
Yeah.
Good name. Good strong name.
It is a good one.
Is he real?
He's not related to the other Tibbles.
What other Tibbles?
Exactly.
He has no relatives?
No.
Sad. We'll go talk to Bart Tibbles.
Hey.
Hey, Bart.
Hi.
What can you tell us about I hear you fallen asleep out here? Had your
Yeah.
equipment taken?
Yeah, it sucked.
Was it like in the middle of working, or was it at night while you were camping?
Where were you?
Over there, cutting down that tree. Then I cut down this tree. I fell asleep cutting that one, though.
And when you woke up, just your equipment was gone? Nothing
I
else?
was like this, and then I was on the ground about an hour later, and my axe was gone.
You're in the right line of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have uptime.
You guys haven't seen
I'm
anyone
working on
around
it.
here? No spells being
By
cast
working on it,
or
I mean,
thing
I
like that?
completely forgot.
I'm sorry, I missed what.
No,
should
you
be
guys
able
haven't
to
seen
open the
anyone
chat
else,
bot on my
non-workers
computer
around
at
this
home, and
work
it
site?
Still translate.
Nothing I could say.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ever talk to the trees? Never
I
mind.
mean, I cuss at them whenever I'm getting pissed off that they're not cutting down like I thought.
Cool. Is this a new work site, or has this been going on for years and years and
Been
years?
going for a few years.
But the sleep's only been for a few weeks.
Yeah, I mean we've recently gotten some big purchase orders, so we are currently yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to go talk to my purple friend and see if she had any luck.
Purple.
Yep.
Can I
Yep.
sense any semblance of traces of magic.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
19.
19. Can you look up the spell components real quick for sleep?
Bit of fleece.
Bit of fleece. Okay.
Well, I haven't memorized.
I don't think it gets
He's
consumed,
a
right?
serial sleeper. Sleepest.
The cereal
Oh
sleep.
no, sorry. There's 3. You can either have a pinch of sand, rose petals, or a cricket. And it's
Okay.
vocal, somatic, and material.
Okay.
It consumes the cricket.
You see, so as you're looking around, you do see a spot that has like 4 or 5 crickets that are currently dead on the ground.
Did you step on those? Because Ash is looking for bugs.
Should we bring him to her?
No, just don't let her see that they're dead.
I got like a belt full of bugs.
I don't know
But
what you're looking
She's
for.
been loaded up on bugs.
But definitely starting to look like a sleep spell.
Fantastic.
Could just be the work of one guy, causing a little bit of havoc.
Just a chaos guy out here who's like a tree hugger.
I mean, if it's anything like Ashlyn, yeah.
Let's see if she had any luck talking to the tree.
I'll leave that talking to you.
All right. Did you learn anything, Ash?
Well, maybe, but kind of depends on what we plan on doing.
Well, we were sent to find information, so I think that's our primary goal.
What's everybody's HP currently?
Oh dear,
90.
that's a scary
That'd
question.
be a lot to get all of us.
47.
68.
47.
54, that
Yep,
is
90 HP. Oh, you're tough.
54.
Fury, you fall asleep, and you just watch as Fury drops.
If I see that, can I cast Dispel Magic for sleep?
Sure.
Does it wake him up?
Yeah, you can also just shake him awake.
I know, but I mean, I was hoping if I cast it, I could like look around. I don't know how it works,
But
but can you
Like
look around
detect
and
magic
I
or
don't have detect magic?
yeah. You guys can make perception checks if you'd like.
Yeah,
That is
I guess
something-
I'll do
Yeah,
that
I think you
instead.
should look.
Ooh, not bad. 16.
Sleepy baby Fury.
17.
You're asleep.
No, I thought you woke me up. Did you? Not?
Yeah, well, no,
I
yeah.
changed my mind.
Okay, then never mind.
19.
There you go.
21.
Nice.
21.
16.
Right. Okay. You see off in the probably maybe about 100 feet into the woods. You can see what appears to be this like tiny figure, about the size of them, kind of running through the woods. Just a tuft of brown hair on top of the head, just running off and further into the
Perfect that
woods.
she sees it.
Yeah.
Since I didn't see that, I'll go wake up Fury and be like,
Did I
hey,
see that or only
stop
her?
sleeping on the job.
Because you got
What?
19, so.
Did it
Did
get
19
me?
see that too?
No, 19 didn't see it. 20,
Okay.
21 was the one that saw it.
I think whatever happened to you.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything?
Did you see who did it?
Nope. Did any of the workers fall over or just Fury?
Just Fury.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm actually going to point blank ask Ash. Did you see who did it?
I didn't see anybody.
Make a deception check.
Simply because we have had these conversations already. Well,
Come on,
14
deception.
insight.
You could beat that.
No, I can't. 10.
10. Seems like she's hiding something.
Well, even if she did, she ain't going to talk.
I heard he started before he decided to fall asleep.
Do you have enough information so that we can finish
Before
the
he
quest?
fell asleep, I was going to ask what we were going to do. Because I don't want to help them stop whatever is protecting the forest.
I personally think we should figure out who or what's responsible and maybe have a conversation with this individual to see why this is happening. Maybe they just have a thing for shiny axes.
What do you mean, why is this happening?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel...
It's been going on for years here, and it's just now happening, so I'm wondering why now.
Well, they said they got big orders recently, so maybe they're cutting down the forest faster. So, if we could figure out who is doing this, maybe they could come to an agreement, and they have to plant more trees, the one equal to the number that they take down or something. You really could be helping the forest.
Maybe, but I don't trust everyone in this group to be particularly helpful.
Well, maybe.
I think
I
we
don't want
already
the
have...
forest cut down either.
We already have the information to finish the mission. Anything beyond this is... I don't care.
What if you, Callie, and I try to go talk?
I trust everyone but Fury.
Okay.
What do you
I
think
told
he's
you.
going to do? He's not going to burn
We
down
already
the
have
forest.
information to finish the mission.
Fireball!
Yeah, don't tell him that. He could burn down the forest.
I would be perfectly fine going back right now and leaving everything as it is, and they will keep cutting down the trees. And I assume that's what you want.
I stopped
Or-
listening at perfectly fine and leaving.
We could figure out who's doing it
And
so we
the
could save the
forest
forest.
will be gone within months.
How much of it can we see has been cut down?
If you look at your map, that's about a pretty accurate depiction of what has been.
So it
what
used
you're
to be
able-
round, and all those little ones are what's cut down.
It's like almost half.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's about half down now.
Yeah.
But like distance-wise, do I have it?
So you can see, it's kind of rolling hills, so
Yeah.
you're not able to see how far it stretches. You do gather that it's quite a few trees, several square miles.
Well, I don't think Fury's going to hurt whoever this individual is.
I have no intentions of doing that.
Yep. So, also, he's prone to sleeping, so he'll probably just fall asleep again.
Thanks.
Well,
Wait, did you tell us about the protectors of the
I
forest?
told
No.
Enid.
Okay.
So
I
she
haven't.
could.
But I haven't said anything out of respect for Ash's feelings at the moment.
I think it's worth a conversation with whomever might be involved with this, at least. But
I agree.
I think a conversation.
I mean, I'm not
As long as
for
we're just going to
deforesting
try
everything,
talking.
but I mean, wood is needed for people to build houses and stuff too. So I think a compromise could be reached.
Right, because they could replant.
We could talk to them, but
So what's the verdict?
Well, I don't know where anyone is, but
I guess only.
I feel like, I guess based on what he said, I feel like
Yeah.
Ash knows something, but I don't know. So, would you rather you go alone and talk to this person, or do you want the safety of the group?
Or part of the group.
maybe some of us, just in case one of us falls asleep.
All right.
Who do you want? That was almost Trin. Sounded like Trin.
You should only bring me along if you want him to tell the truth about something.
I really just don't want you there.
Good, let me out here to do what I do.
Just don't burn down the forest.
Come back to no trees. Jeez.
Why is everything
I just want
burning?
to piss her off right now.
I know, so don't
You're
burn
doing
down
really
the
good,
forest.
actually. It's transcending the character.
Sorry.
It's really easy right now.
Look, let's all just go. Let's have a talk. We're not going to let Fury do anything crazy. We'll just talk to whatever this person or thing might be.
Okay, if we just talk to it.
Everyone in agreement? We're just going to talk?
Why are you looking at me?
I'm looking at everybody.
Sure.
But you look directly at me.
You're on my left. I don't know.
I'm always on your
You're
left.
always standing right by him for
Yeah,
some
you're
reason.
always standing right
Why are
beside
you
you.
always on his left?
I'm
We
always
need a new
literally right here.
formation. Okay, so let's, if you're comfortable, lead us to whatever.
And it is 9 o'clock right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go
Alright.
in the direction I saw it.
So you guys begin making your way into the woods, and that's where we're going to go and take a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, so go ahead and tune in. Thanks for following us and checking in.
Oh,
So-
and you should totally follow us.
This
Yeah.
letter, by the way, for
See you in a
context.
let's recheck the cameras.
Alrighty.
That's great.
Oh, my cookie's right there.
Okay.
That's
Trying to figure out how far I can go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. We ready?
Yeah, they're
I
back.
think
Oh, we're back. Hello, we're back from
I
break.
realized we were back.
Did not
Oh,
realize it. Just staring at myself.
Your
It's
hair
the
was
only reason he
flawless.
does
Thank
this. He just
Yeah.
watches the whole thing. Man, I did.
Man, I did.
He
Sorry.
mutes
Look
it.
at myself.
Zoom in.
Sorry.
He zooms in on his face.
Zoom in on the iPhone. Oh man, look at those facial features.
Two little drones like flying around,
Yeah.
zooming in.
Okay, you guys were entering into the forest, and Ash, you're leading the charge. So I will say, go ahead and make a survival check, as you are
Can we
leading
help?
the way. You can, if you're following behind, you can assist, trying to help look for tracks.
Rather do a perception check. Or be more again.
I could do the perception
Yeah.
check for you. Got a
This
plus
is more for
0.
pathfinding and looking for footprints.
I could intimidate the trees to tell me where he is. Where is he?
22.
22. You keep following the tracks. You saw the individual. It was about 100 feet. It's been maybe 3 or 4 minutes since you guys were talking and decided to go. So you begin making your way in. You following these tracks. You eventually do see some footprints, and they appear to be bear footprints. Not bear. Bear footprints.
Bear.
As in BARE.
I'm just
Bear.
picturing a tiny version of the elf from or the wizard from the Hobbit.
They appear to be about the same size. Actually, no. They're larger than the
Imagining
footprints they
Merlin
would
from
have.
Shrek 2. Shrek 3. For some reason.
And so you keep going, and eventually the footprints stop. And make a nature check for me.
Okay, then. Wasn't sure I had that added up correctly, but I did. Just
Is there a way to
18.
help her out?
18. So you see the tracks, they stop. And you kind of just start slowly scanning the area. And what you see is, you see bunny tracks. And those stick out to you.
Are we hunting rabbits?
It's wabbits. Be very, very quiet.
I think maybe he might have turned into a rabbit.
Cool.
Do they seem to go into a den that I can see, or?
You follow them for a little bit, and then you do see under like this little spot of a tree, you can see that the tracks appear to have gone in there.
Well, we're not all going in there.
Maybe you could just turn into a bunny.
Just gonna get Watership down in here real quick. I'm gonna turn into a bunny.
Okay, so you turn into a
How
bunny.
big is the
I've
area?
never seen that.
It's like, so she has to squeeze
It's really
through
fun.
As a bunny?
as a bunny.
It's good
Oh,
though.
so there's no way any
yeah.
of us are going through.
So you see Ash turns into a little purple bunny.
I guess squeak if you're in danger.
Squeak if you're in danger.
What does a bunny do?
Like,
Make a noise.
I don't know, I feel like it must be
Yeah.
loud.
Well, I
These
guess
are those
we'll
things.
wait here, bunny.
Well,
But you can't talk to us, but have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the den.
Okay.
Can I talk to another bunny as a bunny?
I don't think so. I think that the language translates. I think you can like gesture and motion if you
we'll
want.
do
I want,
charades.
do you learn the languages of what you transform into?
I don't know.
I don't
Find
know.
out.
All right. So you immediately, as you get in there, it's a small den, and you can see at the back. You can just kind of see like sitting with both the feet like just kind of stuck out. You can see it kind of going like this, like kind of running its hands through its hair, scratching at some stuff, and you see it look. You get in there and it kind of pops up into like its hidden vision.
It says your statistics are replaced by it, so I'm assuming you like get its entire.
It's just a
Well,
regular.
druids have a that's still their mental.
They still have their mental, but can they still talk English?
Do
in those
some hand
forms?
paw signals.
Then
for
I think they should.
The bunny waves. Did it wave?
Yeah.
Because I thought I could talk to it.
Okay, and
Maybe
your
you can
ability to
lure it
speak or take any action that requires hands is limited to the capabilities of your beast form. So I think
Oh, so
she
the
can,
beast form.
Bunny
she can
can talk to a bunny.
Yeah, so she can talk to Bunny. She can't talk to us.
Surely a bunny could talk to a bunny.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
But we go into
You guys, all the outside, just start hearing the squeaking beginning.
That was
back
a
and
squeak.
forth.
Do we need to blast in there?
No, we didn't see this.
No,
I
it's
didn't-
fine.
I never
I
agreed
don't
to
think she
this.
agreed
I'm
to
just
that.
sitting down reading my book.
Okay.
Are you Ovir or are you just a bunny? I wasn't really sure.
Wait a second. I'm trying to think if I want to do this in bunny voice yet or not. You just hear, so you hear squeaking back to you. I'm Ovir. Why are you here?
Well,
I tried putting you all to sleep, but I only got one of you. You're a lot stronger than you appear to
you
be.
put the most annoying one to sleep though, so that was really good.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I can do to help. I heard that you were putting people to sleep here, and I was just wanting to ask you why. If it was because they were cutting down the forest, and if it was, if we could help you. Or figure out a way to make things, less like putting everyone to sleep all the time.
This takes a lot longer to talk in Bunny than it would.
It does. I'm fine. But we can go outside if you want.
All right.
But you're not going to run away?
No. I mean, you caught me. I thought I was safe, so.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll back out of the room.
Okay. And he slowly makes his way out, and you revert back, and you see reverting back this halfling. He's got brown hair that just is stuck up off to up in the air, just kind of twigs and stuff are in there. Appears to be considerably older. For a halfling, some of the brown hair is turning into shades of gray, and you guys see it. You can see that he just has one overall that connects to some brown pants, but he's covered in dirt.
Did you change back too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this our...
This is Ovir.
Hi. Sinjin Psychowitz, heroes.
Ovir.
Nice.
He
to
sounded
meet you, I
much
think.
different as a rabbit.
That's a pretty cool
Much more
spell you got,
pleasant.
the sleep thing.
Yeah.
Why are you casting sleep on these
Well,
workers?
they're taking down the forest.
Yeah.
Does he only have one eye?
No. What's wrong with your eyes?
I was asking out of
Two.
I'm going to just kind of look up at him and just cast Alter Self on myself to look exactly like him and go back to my book.
Yeah, that's a neat trick. Is that what I look like?
Yeah, pretty much.
You look way more flattering than this, though. I can't do it justice.
But
Why-
why now are you fighting back?
Into the middle of the woods. Before it was just a nuisance, and I was able to regrow the trees. Now they've taken out nearly half of the forest.
Yep.
That is not
So
nice.
what should they
No.
do instead? Because they do
They
need
need
the
to
wood.
leave.
Okay, so they need the wood still. Is there any compromise that you can have between them getting...
Compromise is to get out of the forest before I turn into a barren mole to death.
Oh, that would be
That
bad.
seems like a pretty good compromise to me.
Could they get some wood from the outside? Because they've been doing this for a couple of years and you left them alone.
Because they weren't taking everything.
How
What if they
quickly have
didn't-
they been cutting the trees down?
They
can't-
just started going and going even further.
And you don't think they'll wait till they grow back before they take more trees?
I don't know.
Did you just eat the bug out of your hair?
Yes.
Do I have
Boy.
a bug?
Okay. I'm gonna put it in a jar.
She saves them for later.
Oh, good idea. I've got those too.
Yeah, I've got a lot, but I don't eat them.
Everything returns back into it. I put it out, and then it becomes
That's true.
food for another one.
Or for more trees.
More trees, exactly.
So you can't regrow them fast enough?
I
Is that the
can't.
problem?
No. I tried regrowing, and now I just try to put them to sleep to stop them. But they keep coming, and
How
they send out more
fast
workers.
can you regrow the trees?
It takes a couple days.
To regrow one?
Yeah.
To full height.
Yeah.
So if they took one tree,
They take down thousands
I
each
know.
day.
Are there more of you that could regrow more trees?
I'm the only one here protecting these trees.
Good.
I can
Do you
help
know how to regrow trees?
Yes, but it takes a while.
Even with 1,000 of us, that would be the only way to combat the regrowing process.
It would take about a year to grow back even a small part of this forest.
Cool.
What if they replanted
So I
as
think
they
we
went?
should just stop them. I don't think they need more wood. There are lots of buildings there. I mean, we even talked to the building guy. It's impossible to build a new building anyways.
I've got to say. So, my name's Olvar the Patient.
Oh.
I was given that name by the trees that I work with. I'm patient with them.
They do talk
I
really
see.
slow.
I think
do.
he was the patient.
But if they're the only things you got, it's better than talking to the squirrels. They talk way too fast.
I like talking to squirrels.
They're fun to talk to sometimes, but it's difficult in the older years. They go a mile a minute.
Yeah.
I think this is your conversation.
So, unless we can get them to start cutting the trees down slow again, there's nothing really that we can do to fix it. Because they're gonna cut the whole forest down at this rate.
I know spells that we could try.
Like
to,
what?
Well, for instance, we could make a grove.
Is that something you
I don't know.
like
How do
all
you-
at once? Like boom, a grove?
A grove, and then it would magically produce the trees at a faster rate and keep the area secured, and the animals could come and live in there. But it would take time.
How much time?
6 months.
Oh, well.
So they stopped for 6 months?
I don't know if you'd be able to get them to convince him to do it, but I also don't have the materials to do that.
What do you need?
Oh.
Well,
Ash's side mission. Needs the hammer.
it takes about 5,000 gold
Oh,
worth of materials to make this work.
6 months and 5,000 gold worth of materials. What are the materials, though? I assume.
Can you look up Druid's Grove in the player's handbook?
Yeah, I got a copy of it.
I think that's the spell that I was thinking of.
Got a copy on my magical device.
No internet down here.
I got
You
it.
have
Oh,
internet
my.
on that phone.
It's this house. It's the basement.
I always have internet on my phone.
Well, okay, I don't have it because it's not in the player's handbook.
I think technology just doesn't
No,
like
I think
to work
it's
for
in
Lewis.
it's a different spell.
Ooh, it's
It's
6th
different.
level.
What does it do? And what's the cost?
You, what components are mistletoe that was harvested with a golden sickle under the light of a full moon? Sure.
We've got lots of.
We can find a mistletoe.
We can find someone who's mistletoe.
Mistletoe.
But that's all it
Sickle.
says.
Just mistletoe?
Yeah.
They just need some that was harvested in that way.
I think it was
That's not
the 5,000
5,000.
gold was more for flavor, like to make it last, because it only lasts for a certain amount of time. This is to make it a permanent thing that
Oh,
reoccurs.
yeah.
and
It
stuff.
lasts 24 hours.
Yeah, he's trying to do something to make it last.
Does mistletoe even grow in these parts?
No, but I know where to get some in town. I don't go there often.
Yeah. That's probably wise.
I'm
Yep.
not sure
They're
if I
not
would
very
recommend
nice there.
Keith's wants.
Most of them are not. Where do you find mistletoe in town?
I know about people.
You know a guy?
I know a guy. He gets me my mistletoe.
Oh, is it harvested under the full moon by a
Nope,
golden
that's
sickle?
the tricky part. I've read about that. Actually, I haven't read about it. I haven't read a book in many years, but I have communicated with the trees and the mistletoe.
Hey, Ash, do you think you'd like that pop-up book you have?
It's like where you
I
cut
don't have
the
it anymore.
Oh, you
Oh, I
lost
do.
it?
I have it.
Oh, I'm sorry. He just said he hadn't read a book in a while. I didn't know you gave it to
I
him.
don't remember the situation anymore.
She gave it to me as a gift. As
Yeah.
an apology.
Never mind. Just gonna offer him a book.
I
Cool.
don't have it.
So we.
So are you gonna keep wasting my time? Are you gonna stop the workers from tearing down my forest, or what do I need to
We
become?
can try to.
Oh, they're the vengeful.
Oh, dear, the
Well, I
vengeful.
don't
That
think you
sounds
should
terrifying.
start
It will
killing
be.
people.
I will rain down thunder and turn into a bear and destroy
When you turn
every
into a
person.
bear, is it still like a small bear? I'm just
No.
curious. I've never seen like a small druid.
I can turn into a big bear.
Yeah?
I can also turn into a big rocky thing.
Ooh, I can't do that.
That's too bad.
He must be
I want to turn into a big rocky thing.
Okay, group meeting. Group huddle.
Why are you huddled around me?
Because you're not moving. What do we do with
I
this?
can still hear you.
Yep. What are we doing?
I mean, I want to help the
We
forest.
stand in the forest.
Are we gonna go find a golden sickle, give up adventuring, and start harvesting mistletoe in the moonlight?
I think we just try to talk to Bart.
And have him find someone to
I
do
said
that.
I would be
Yeah.
compliant.
If he finds someone to do that, then they can come to a compromise. Otherwise, we'll tell him that his whole entire company is going to get destroyed.
By a bear. A
By a-
vengeful bear.
Or by a
Magical.
rocky thing.
Or a rocky thing? Yeah, I don't know what that is. That sounds bad too.
It
By
is-
a
Can I see if
magical
I know what he's
elemental
talking about?
thing.
What?
The rocky thing?
I assume I know what
Sure.
he's talking about,
I don't-
but I don't know if I.
I'm not 100% sure if I would. Well, 18.
18? Nah, it's not really.
Some druid thing.
All right, so we go back. We talk to Big Bard, not Little Bard that's here.
Yes.
Bart.
There's
And-
2 bards.
Yeah, there's a Bart here and a Bart
Bart
there.
Tybbalds and Bart Wessig.
Yeah, one seems like he knows what he's talking about.
So we go talk to Bart Wessig.
And we try to get him to what? Wait 6 months and find mistletoe? I don't know that his workers are gonna.
Try to.
I assume they have orders
I
coming
have
in.
things in place to be able to try to find the materials myself.
So what do you need us to do?
They're going to tear down the forest before then, and it'll be useless. I'm not going to let them take any more lives of innocent animals or trees.
Do they kill animals or just indirectly through the trees?
Both.
Okay.
So do they need to stop for 6 months? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Ooh.
Maybe we could just scare them out.
I think that would be a very temporary thing. I mean, sure, we could scare them out, but I think they'd come right back. Money
Oh.
draws.
Probably come back with bigger. I guess bigger guns wouldn't be a
Yeah,
term
I
in
feel
this
like
world.
this is an endless
Bigger
battle
ones
of...
that you get, Kromstog sends even bigger ones.
But they do need to slow down because they're just gonna totally wipe out the forest. So Bart has to know that.
Agreed.
Do you
But
think
they're
he
going to keep
cares?
reacting if he keeps putting them to sleep. They're going to send more people, and he can't possibly put everyone to sleep.
Well, maybe we just
Hence
need to
the
talk to
bear
Bart
and the lightning.
and see
Yep.
his feelings.
I'm tired of seeing the trees burn.
Yeah, I talked to one of the trees and it was really nice.
Was it Willow Man?
No, it was Mr. Oak.
Ah, he's a slow one.
He was really slow.
He's very nice and knowledgeable, but he speaks very slow.
Yeah. Long pauses when he tried to figure out if he knew something or not.
Yes, he thinks he's the wisest, but he's not.
Well, who is?
I don't know.
Oh.
Did you used to have more people here protecting
How
us?
do you know he's
There-
not?
Just always been you?
Going on 300 years.
Wow.
300 to down, 300 to go? I don't know how long they live.
Well, I guess we have to head back to town. Can we camp here for the night? Without you killing us in bear and thunder form?
Why would I want to do that?
I don't know, but
You've
you...
been nothing but pleasant.
Yep, that's good.
You don't see you with any axes cutting down trees.
Space
That's
makes
not
me
our-
nervous.
It's not our
Fine.
line of work.
No.
I don't see you scaring off any animals, and she's a druid, so I assume that she has the same love for nature that I do, and any friend of hers is probably going to be a friend of mine.
That's good.
So you like all of us except Fury.
But he's not my friend.
All right.
Is he someone that needs to be rock blasted?
Not right now.
Preferably not.
No,
He's
he'll
not-
just make everything catch fire if you do anything.
Not in my woods.
I think he's got fleas. All right, well, let's camp for the night because you said it's getting dark by now, right?
Yes,
Yep,
it's very dark.
it is dark.
If you
I
look
noticed.
up, you can see.
Yep, I look around and I can see, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's camp and then go back to Kromstog in the morning and talk to Bart.
Do you think we need magical protection throughout the night? I mean,
Why are you asking him when I'm the one who have to do it?
do you think we need magical protection throughout the night? I mean, we're not sure how dangerous this place
We
is.
can still take watches.
We can just take our normal watches, but I don't think we need to be any extra on alert.
No.
Just wondering if she needs to do her fancy thing or not.
Might as well.
I assume I just do it whenever we.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of a natural thing now.
Yep.
Still
All right,
weird
let's go
me.
to sleep.
Does anyone care for some mead?
Where
Have
do you
meat
get
out here?
mead?
You see, he pulls off of his back a giant jug.
I'll make it everywhere I go.
Oh boy.
What do you make it with?
You make mead from honey. I collect honey all the way around the forest.
I want to have some.
Sure.
I'm good.
What did you just have a jug?
Yep.
Okay.
There's a little spout on
Drink out of the
there.
jug.
He's just holding it
You
up.
don't
for
bring
you.
your own cup.
You can see he's decently ripped. He's got some muscles. He's holding it out.
Little fancy
Now I'm
tank.
thinking Master
you
Roshi.
Tiny druid.
It's delicious. Probably one of the best meads you've ever tasted.
Oh.
Stuff's really good, guys.
Do we need to protect it?
Yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
As you instantly die. Turn into
Really
a
good,
black
Ted.
death.
Oh boy, 5.
5. You are immediately drunk as well.
Oh no.
Like it's one of those like it is super high potency, but you can't tell at all. And you immediately just feel like this
Good.
wave
Even
of
do
like
that.
Was she our
whoa.
Did she
Watcher?
put her thing up yet?
I don't know if I did.
I don't know, but maybe
This stuff is great.
don't
Just
take
like-
the
It's just
first
in a
watch.
random area.
Oh gosh.
She does. Should I do some lesser restoration?
I don't know. Maybe she just needs to go to sleep.
Well, how you feeling
Hey,
over there,
want
Ash?
some?
I feel really good.
You
Really
know what? I'm
good?
okay.
Really good.
Okay.
Got it.
Callie?
No,
You
thank
guys should have
Jerry.
some.
I'm
I'm
not
good.
Callie.
Are you
I mean,
good?
I'm not sure.
No, I think I'm good. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like
You
it's
guys aren't any fun.
and only
16.
druids can have fun.
I don't know the drinking laws. Are there drinking laws?
You're
You
old
even-
enough to kill somebody. I assume you can drink.
I try my best not to do that.
I'm not judging anyone if you're in the woods and I'm offering you a drink. I think you're old enough.
I like milk.
I've got some of that too.
Where
What
do you
did
get
you
the
milk in the woods?
There's lots of animals roaming around the
Squirrel
woods.
milk.
Squirrel milk.
So,
Oh gosh. Oh man.
it's delicious.
Takes a
Wanna
while
try
to
some?
get that. No, I do not.
Little dates.
Yeah. How long did it take you to get that quart-sized bottle there?
Quite a bit.
A lot of squirrels. I find the pregnant squirrels too. That's fine.
Good.
Who's taking first watch?
I will. Oh, okay.
Let's
We
get
can-
you two.
We can both do
You
it.
guys never take
You
walks
said the
together.
meat was good, right?
True.
That's the milk.
Definitely
Yeah,
don't
but
want
I
to take
mean-
it with you.
Well, one thing. I'll try some.
Constitution
Tastes
saving
fine.
throw.
Huh? Not
Sure you
bad.
don't want some
Is it
meat?
nutty?
No, I'm good with this.
All right. It is pretty nice. Yeah.
All right,
Because
Enid
it-
and Callie are
That's
taking
right.
first watch.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they've ever done that.
Okay.
Yeah. So to
Finish
go-
my
Yeah,
tossing
So we
warm
made
milk.
the
All right.
made the flag. Forgot the flag so quick.
Well, we replaced it with this paint.
My mind is like watering just from like holding it up.
I love this campaign.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess it's us.
K.A.
So what you ladies up to?
Oh, you're staying awake over there?
Of course.
Oh.
You don't sleep?
Well, when I need to.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well,
I probably will pass out.
have you always lived in this forest?
Oh my.
Yeah. your family is from this forest?
Yep.
Cool.
Have you ever left this forest?
Yeah.
Goes to town.
Oh yeah, he's
Time
from
no-
town.
I
Have
go
you
visit
ever
Kromstog every now and again. I typically go as a bird.
have you ever flown west?
No. I mean, but for as Spritewood forces about as far as the others have gone.
We didn't have a good encounter there. Callie, you weren't with us yet. It's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's significant ties to the Feywild there.
Yes, we learned that. While we
There
were
is a little bit
sleeping.
thin.
I was more just gonna be like, we're gonna head west. I don't know if there was anything that he could tell us, but I don't think he's gonna be very
What?
helpful. Nope, never mind.
What's your favorite animal to turn into?
The bear.
The bear?
I like bears.
Yeah,
Bears
they're
are cool.
powerful.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I can't turn into an animal, so
That's
No, me either.
unfortunate.
it's
quite
is
fun.
Yeah, yeah.
We did not bring Storm.
Nope. Did you?
No, did not. We're going to bring it when we go west, though.
So,
Um,
Do you
if
like?
ladies
Do you
need
like to
talk
play?
about something? Please don't mind me. I'm just gonna be sitting here drinking.
Is this the adventure that you always had and dreamed of?
Not this one. No. No.
This is one of the more pleasant ones I've been on,
Yeah, there's nothing even dangerous out here at all. Except maybe.
except for the human figures.
Yeah.
Um,
Can't even look at you. So. I don't even know.
we're just so distracted by.
I'm so distracted by him, yeah.
By him.
I got nothing.
You guys can just do your perception check if you want.
Yeah,
That's
there
all I
we
want to
go.
do.
We'll just see what we see.
10.
13.
13. Beautiful night.
Perfect.
Right. You guys goes by without a hitch. Eventually, you do see that he passes out on top of his jug. So
Okay, cool. We wake up. Who are we waking up?
Sinjin?
We'll wake you up and you decide what you want to do.
Sure. I don't know if Ash is in the right mood to take a watch, so I think I'll just take it by myself and then have Fury take the third one.
okay. Do anything during the watch?
Nothing in particular. No.
Okay.
Just watching.
Okay.
13.
You just see the eye that's still currently open.
But he's like snoring. Weird dude.
Uh-huh.
He's so weird. Alright, then I wake up Fury for third watch and be like, I assume you don't want Ash to watch with you, but if you want to, she hasn't had a watch. Been a while for both. I'm going to sleep.
I should be able to handle it.
I don't know when any of us have bathed.
We do get a plus something to these checks, right? Because of her thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus
I didn't
5.
add that. But,
Oh, I didn't add that
Said
either.
ours were much higher.
Plus 5? Oh, yeah, mine would have been higher.
So, 22.
22. About halfway through your watch, you see that he kind of stirs a little bit, and you see him. He just kind of looks around. Yeah. Starts climbing up a tree.
Strange.
He's milking a squirrel.
Gets out on one of the limbs, and you can now see a beehive. And you just see him kind of.
I'm just gonna be watching.
Just slowly filling up a little bit of this little vial of honey. And then you see him. And then he goes, Crawls back down. Good morning.
Good morning. Tell me more about this earth rock thing.
An elemental.
Elemental.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you've seen, at least heard of them before.
I have, but never seen someone turn into one themselves, I don't think.
Not in our group, anyway.
Could you show me?
Sure. And you watch as he shifts into this massive rock form, standing about now taller than you, just hulking, just his entire earthen body.
What else I can do with this?
Disappears into the ground. And the head just slowly pops up.
Cool, isn't it?
That is fascinating. I'm going to be
Pops
like,
back up.
just taking notes.
We're all just sleeping.
We're heavy sleepers.
Yeah, the ground's like rumbling.
You might have passed out after that strong mead.
Yeah.
It was just very potent but very delicious.
Very interesting. I think I will definitely help protect this forest.
Well, that's good. It shifts back.
I'll just go back to reading my book.
That has some writing that I'm familiar with on it.
Primordial.
Mm-hmm.
Want to take a look?
No?
Alright.
I'm just letting you know that it looks familiar. The writing, at least. I've never seen any book written in that language before.
Well, we did find it in an unusual place, so makes sense there's not many like it.
You know.
Neato. Looking up at the sky.
Is it unnerving that I'm staring at you?
No, just that not a big conversationalist.
Yeah, you might want to change that, because you have a lot of people in your group that are a little bit more chatty.
Which is why I don't need to be.
Sometimes joining in the conversation, just like joining in the conversation with the square or a tree, can be insightful. Bring you a lot of wisdom.
Yoda.
Do they just tell you to milk them?
No. I have to ask your permission.
Good to know it's... I don't know if that's good to know.
Consensual milking.
They typically are willing to part with it. Sometimes it relieves and
I don't really...
well, not especially the squares that have, who may have had children that died through the fanning process.
Ash, I think
They're a little
you...
bit
Ash!
backwards.
I wake you up.
Ash, help!
He's saying some stuff you really should listen to.
What?
It's very insightful.
She's not getting up. She's just looking.
So, enough time passes, and light breaks, and you guys wake up feeling super refreshed.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good
You haven't
morning.
moved all night.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Ash,
all
I'll
right.
help you with the forest. Never make me talk to him again.
I want you to talk to me again. I'm
For
delightful.
me?
I walk away a bit.
Well, we're gonna go talk to the guy who's in charge of the people with the axes and see what we can do.
You're going to beat him up.
Maybe.
Tell him to stop.
With our
Definitely.
words, beat
You're
him
the
up.
one who drank it.
I mean,
But I don't think we need to go to
Let him
violence.
know.
He's just going
that
from
if
the
he keeps
elemental
digging
thing
into
to
the
talk about
forest,
milking
Thunderbear.
squirrels.
Got it.
Thunderbear's coming.
Thunderbear's
I
coming.
like that. Thunderbear.
Yeah.
Thunderbear?
That is what I would be known as.
He's
Instead
going to
of
be a bear and rain down thunder, Thunder Bear.
Over the Vengeful, it will be Thunder Bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Lightning Bear. That may be a bit more accurate.
Well,
I'm
but-
assuming
Whichever
that
sounds
I
cooler.
would create a thunderstorm and call down bolts of lightning on the bear running through the people.
You let us know when we come back which one you like better.
Like Lightning Bear.
Okay, Lightning Bear.
Thunder Bear sounds cooler.
Yeah.
Do you want me
Lightning
to
Bear's
like
more
write it in the
accurate.
sky when you come out? Just write Thunder Bear.
I
Yeah.
like it.
That would be really cool.
Mm.
Thunder Bear. Well, we'll
You
see
can
you
play
later,
a song
Thunder Bear.
for him.
Don't you go stealing my name.
No, I won't.
But you could be a Thunder Bear too.
Okay.
Can't you?
I don't know.
Be Junior Thunderbird.
Maybe you can be Lightning Bear and he'll be Thunder
You
Bear.
could be Lightning Bear. I
We
could be
can.
Thunder Bear.
Together you
We
are
can do
Storm
that.
Bears.
Together with our powers combined, we could be Stormy Bear.
Ooh, it's
I
good.
think we found your destiny, Ash.
We actually have a horse named
And you
Storm.
are trying to save the planet.
You're Captain Planet. So
Our
back to
goal is to
Kromstog.
bring pollution down to zero.
Save the forest.
With all powers combined.
Some rings.
I have storm powers too.
You can't be a bear though.
He could be tornado bear.
What?
Let's go talk to Bart.
Let's go back and talk to Bart.
So you guys leave good old Orvir,
Thunder
Ovir, and
Thunder Bear.
make your way back to
All right, we're putting a star by his name.
Thunder Bear. Gotta send him a lot of messages.
How you know? Just in the woods.
Hey, Trin, we met Thunder Bear
milking a
today.
squirrel.
You
Been
should
at it
have
for
a
about 4 hours.
diary, a living diary through Dear Trin.
Today I spoke to
Today I
Ovir.
met Thunder Bear.
He milks squirrels.
If you run into Thunderbird, tell him.
Booga booga booga. He'll know what it means. All right.
So you guys make your way back down.
Yep.
Yep.
You make your way to Bart.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello. We've
Hello.
found.
Sorry.
Oh gosh, he's back.
Hey.
We've found some information about what's causing all of this.
Oh, that's good. I'm
There's.
really having a hard time not putting my eye up like that.
Yep.
It's super hard. Just keep on going.
I
There's-
honestly can't stop it now. I'm your doctor.
There's a druid who lives in the forest who's taken up the mantle of protecting the grove, and he has been putting people to sleep.
Oh, did you stop him?
We talked to him, and he would like it if, the trees could not be cut down, of course, because that's where he lives, and the animals.
Yeah, that's part of our job.
And
is
then
to
he-
cut down trees.
Well,
But you've
Keep
been
cutting the
cutting
trees down
at them at
along
a
the-
faster rate.
Because we've had
recently.
higher orders.
Yeah.
But you're going to run out of trees.
Then we move on to Spritewind.
And then you'll run out of trees there.
Okay, then
It's a terrible business plan.
Oh, we plan on replanting the forest after we're done with it, and it'll take some time, but I know that the Norkvad up to the north is full of trees.
So you're going to go there next?
Why not?
Regardless of that, the druid who lives there is not a simple druid. He's rather powerful.
He's known as Thunder Bear.
Yeah, he's really, really
And he's
cool.
threatening to possibly rain down thunder and holy terror all over
And
anyone
bears.
who's there.
He has the capabilities of becoming an elemental himself, which he
And to
will
destroy all
definitely
your people.
kill.
He's just been putting us to sleep. I mean, there's
I
nothing
I
that's
saw
going on.
what
He's
he
trying
can
to
do,
just slow you down right now.
and I don't know how well we ourselves could stop him, let alone simple workers.
We could handle him fine.
Well,
But go
then
on.
we'll hire someone from the Mystic Arcanium to take care of him.
That is a possibility.
I don't know that. Do you know where to get mistletoe that's been harvested by a golden sickle under the moonlight? By chance? Just offhand.
No.
Nope. Didn't think so. Do you know where to
Is
get
that a
it?
poem?
Sounds like one.
He said he had a contact.
Yep.
He knows
But
a
we
guy.
would just need you.
What's
Bart to slow
so
down.
essentially he's saying to stop.
He would like you to stop
Or else
forever,
he will
but
start
we're
killing the
hoping
workers.
For 6 months, maybe.
So do we need to hire guards? Is that what you're telling us?
We were told to tell you the cause of it. The rest is in your hands.
If you don't stop or slow down, then you're not.
Why
going
don't
to
I
go
just
to
pay you
sleep.
guys to go take care of him?
We won't.
How much? Oh,
Yeah, I'm not helping.
Well, if you're in it for the money, how does 500 gold pieces sound?
You're on your own, Fury.
I'm not going against the group.
Look, if he doesn't hire us, he'll hire someone else to do it. We have to come up with a better solution. We're not the only people out there that can be hired to go attack someone.
Yes, but I don't know what a better solution is. He probably is not the only one who's going to try and stop them.
Stop them from tearing down trees?
I mean, yeah, he may be the only one in this part of the forest. Who knows if there's more? They could run into more trouble. It could be a horrible expedition. Sure, it cost them thousands upon thousands of gold. Just
Is he hiring us to destroy it
and
or to fix the
the
problem?
sprite was. We saw what creatures were over there. I mean, I almost died there.
We're not going to stop going into the woods. I'm sorry, we've got quotas to meet. There's no reason for us to stop. Unless you have money to stop our production and pay for our back pay and all that stuff, we're going to keep going.
How much would that run you? 1 platinum?
No.
2 platinum?
A lot of workers for years.
For years, 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Oh, we
6
stop
months?
For 6 months.
Just need to stop for 6 months so that he can create a protective grove for the animals.
Why would we fund this?
I would fling over
I
2
consider
platinum.
Like, does he want us to plant trees or what?
Well, yes,
what is
but
going
see,
on?
it was fine before when you guys were did production at a slower rate, where he could plant the trees as you were cutting them. But
he's the one that's making them regrow so we can come down again.
yes, but now you're cutting them down way too fast, and you're just going to wipe out the forest, and he can't reproduce the loss.
This really could be
So-
good for you because you wouldn't have to move forests if you guys could make this work.
If you could compromise and slow down your production a bit so that he can replant the forest as you're cutting it down
It'll save you money and time
in the long run.
and people. It's really a win-win.
All right. Well, make a persuasion check. And I'd say with advantage. It was a good group effort there.
I have rolling so much time.
Yours is better than mine.
Enid and Callie
Yeah.
did better
So did you say
persuading.
that
Before I almost
So
started
20, not natural.
20.
Trying to resist other character interests.
Which of your characters?
Morgan.
Because this will help too. You're so close to Kromstog. If you have to move to Spritewind Forest, that's much farther away. So there's the extra cost of.
He said he could make a tree grow back in a couple days, didn't he? I can help make some of the forest grow back faster.
And the new grove would be even more.
So is he wanting to...
Could you just slow down production for 6 months while he builds this new grove sanctuary, if you will?
I could slow down production costs. I could slow down to maybe... I could slow down by half of what we're currently doing.
Okay.
But I need compensation for that. To pay the workers.
How much is that?
We have enough reserve wood that we could be able to... You said six months. I could I can manage 6 months. We have enough on reserve that we could do that.
Okay.
If we slow production down to half,
Okay.
which is about what we were, the pace that we're at, not going deeper into the woods more than we need to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll need 5,000 gold to cover the costs.
How much were you going to pay us?
500.
Okay, so you really need 4,500 gold. I really wish I was trying to
make an intimidation check. Just kind of like
natural 20.
Natural 20. Fair enough. 4,500.
I blanked out for a moment. We're paying 4,500 gold for.
Well, I'm sure Ash feels very strongly about this.
Then does she have the money to fund this?
I'm just curious because I currently don't have any money hardly.
I don't have 4,500. I'm just.
Well, okay, we have the group's 1,500 platinum, which is what, like 15,000 gold.
Well, I think for some reason I have some platinum on.
We all have a little bit from.
Well, we all have a little bit of platinum, yeah, but this is the group platinum.
Okay.
Spire that I don't think any of us have spent.
Wouldn't there be like other people that would be more invested in this as well? That would could you potentially get a fund? Like GoFundMe?
Yeah, is there like an environmentalist group in Kromstog?
That's what I would think. There'd be
the National Tree Huggers of Kromstog.
Make a.
There'd be all sorts of people.
Make a intelligence check for me to see if you know of any groups that are.
Can I?
I mean, I feel like it'd have to be Sinjin and I because we're from Kromstog.
Oh yeah, you guys are.
Intelligence check?
Yeah.
Just a check?
Yeah.
19.
19.
12.
Can we all do it, or are you just saying them?
I'm just saying them.
Okay.
11.
None of you can think of any tree hugger groups that are overtly.
I mean, there's one in Tea Garden, but they're not that active.
I don't know what your family does, but they seem kind of loaded. Are they involved in marketing and trading and wood production?
I
know they do horse stuff, but do they want to fund this as a charity, good tax write-off thing?
I mean, we could check with them. I can't do that though myself.
Do you want me to send this message?
No.
I will send a message
to my
to your mother.
4,500 gold.
Okay.
Hey, on top of researching and trying to figure out what Fury.
See how much we can drain Callie's parents.
4,500. You could probably ask for
Are there any parts of the forest that are just somewhat sprouting back yet, or is it all?
I still feel like there'd be other people that would.
There's quite a few that are just stumps.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That there would be other people who would here. I'll chip in 100. I'll chip in whatever. This isn't just going to be
it's not like charred.
No one's going to care about this.
I was just trying to figure out if it was all only stumps.
We'd have to spend the next 6 months in Kromstog campaigning.
Is there like a druid temple in
I
Kromstog?
mean, 100 gold.
The Wild Heart.
Yes, we want to go there.
Talk to.
We're never leaving Kromstog again.
If you guys are going back,
you should go with us to this place because
you're a druid.
The Temple of the Wild Heart.
Oh, you can't go there?
I don't know.
Oh,
that's where they want to go to get more funding.
Because they're druids.
If you guys are going back, I think I could stay here and help cast some spells that'll help the trees here grow back faster.
Okay.
But it takes a while.
Okay.
Oh, so you want to head back up north
No,
to
I'm
the
gonna stay
forest?
here.
Well, we're in Kromstog.
When did we go to Kromstog?
We've been talking with
I thought we were talking to the worker who worked in the camp.
No,
other Bart.
The other Bart.
The other Bart.
Yeah, so I go back
so
to
you go
the
back
forest.
to okay.
It's like,
All right, I had no idea where you were.
Wait,
So Callie
are we
and I,
really just letting her go alone?
she's fine.
I mean,
she's a druid with another druid in the forest and the animals. She'll be fine.
She's at home.
With her people.
Thunder and lightning bear make good team.
Do the rest of us, or
She
just
fly
Callie
back
and
to
I?
us if
I just thought we were still there.
She's just going on a murderous rampage.
Oh, you
That's why
can-
she wants to go by
Do you want
herself.
to
Yeah.
Storm.
Probably.
That's fine.
I thought that's where we were the
Okay,
whole
so
time.
we left Ash up there with him.
Okay.
Ugh,
So yeah.
Yeah, so she's
That
working
fixes
on
everything.
her
Yeah.
problem.
I was
That's
So you
fine.
can
really confused.
work on trees.
So I kept asking about the trees. 'cause I thought
Yeah.
we were
So what
supposed
are
to-
you planning on doing to help the
I was gonna
production
cast
of
plant
trees?
growth.
Do it.
Plant growth.
Plant growth. What does that do?
I think it makes plants grow.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, if I cast it, there are two options. If I do the one I'm thinking of, it takes 8 hours. And within the spell's area, so if you cast a spell over 8 hours, you enrich the land. All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within the range become enriched for 1 year, and they will basically grow twice their normal amount within that time.
Okay.
So
That's essentially what he's been doing in the area too.
right. I
So.
was just
But that
gonna
would help him.
Mhm.
And if assuming depending on how long I'm there, I can cast it multiple times.
Okay. Alrighty. So you can are there any spell components that it costs?
The star mistletoe.
No.
Nope. Okay. So yeah, you just kind of are standing out there in the spots that have been ravaged by the fellers, and
Fellers, the good old fellers.
The fellers have been up there knocking down them trees. Alright, so we are going to the Temple of
Do we
Wildheart.
Really need to do this?
It's worth a quick conversation.
I mean, if you want to just say
Instead
that
of
they would
making
give us
money
the
on a quick trip, we're
4,500.
now trying to
Yeah, we don't have to
spend
necessarily
money.
role play it out if you.
Yeah, if you just think that
Okay.
they would give us the 4,500, then
Or
make a who's leading this? Let me ask that.
I will lead this.
Okay.
Okay.
So you head in,
I only have
Make
+2 on
a-
persuasion.
persuasion check.
Is anyone helping me?
I'll help
yeah,
you.
or
Or
Cool.
where whoever
Whoever,
can help.
yeah.
You got advantage.
24.
24. It takes the better part of 2 hours.
Draw pictures and diagrams of
Yeah.
what's missing and
Yeah, we
You
really
pull out a PowerPoint.
tell them.
Yeah. an arcane PowerPoint.
And I use prestidigitation
We tell
to
them about
like
Ash.
make the slides.
One of my disciples
Our
is
own.
up there currently combating this on her own, but we need your help, your funding for just $9.95. That's less than the price of a coffee. You could help regrow this forest and show pictures of like trees falling over and animals screaming like a ASPCA commercial.
Some really sad Sarah
I assume this is all like
Yes.
pixel art because it's just prestidigitation
Yep,
things.
Sarah
Yeah.
McLachlan comes in the back singing.
The arms of the angel.
Yep, it's just I cry at one point.
Make a performance check as well.
Oh gosh.
Ooh,
Oh.
natural one.
Oh gosh.
He's so upset.
Wow.
So truly
But the
upset.
persuasion was good, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I would say roll it with advantage just
Okay.
because the persuasion was so good.
All right.
And like you were,
Well,
you
or
were
I'm
assisting with the
17.
prestidigitation. 17. You're able to get 2,000 from the Temple of
That's
the
pretty
Wild
good.
Heart, which you have no affiliation with,
Right.
That's really good.
and one of the associates is going with you
Yep,
Mhm.
yep.
to take it up to Bart Twessig
Good.
Sounds
to help pay for the funding. So,
great. Yes.
yes.
All right. This is good. We're
Okay.
halfway-ish there.
Ooh,
All right. How many other temples they have?
Sorry,
yeah.
there's a shirt
Who
that
else
said
would
lemon
care
on it.
about this?
Did your parents not want to help?
Well, I mean, we didn't ask him yet, but I'm a little afraid we're gonna need them for something else. I don't really want to.
I mean,
I didn't know your parents'
so
love
we
had
still need
limitations.
2,500.
Well, they probably don't.
Do you belong to a church group you could ask for funding? You are a,
I do.
aren't
group
you
of
like the
sorts.
leader of said group? The veiled one has spoken to me. All must pay.
Oh man.
Yeah,
You're gonna have an
maybe we
uprising in
should
the
start doing
church.
a tour
Their,
of
temples.
their leader has gone rogue.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
gone druid.
This whole thing we would have taken on tour to all the temples. That
The bard tour.
The guy at the Lionheart
The
said if we
veiled one
ever
has
need
spoken.
anything,
He has said it.
The Lionheart has spoken.
The guy at the Lionheart said, if you ever need anything, because we gave him such an honor.
Yeah.
Let's go talk
This
to
is what we need.
What was his name?
Of all the
I
things
have
that we could ask for.
He said, if you need anything, let me know.
What night was that?
It's not Cerbos, that's the cranky guy, the elf guy.
Not service.
How long ago was this?
It was on night 26, I believe.
Pretty sure I wrote Bryn.
Bryn at the Temple of the
Lionheart
Lionheart.
Dragonborn.
He's a gold dragonborn.
So you
Do we want to call in a favor with Bryn over this?
I mean, it is
And it's for
Kromstog related.
Kromstog.
It is.
And a fellow.
For the citizens
Church
of
group.
Kromstog. All right.
Your favor is called. I'm not even going to make you roll anything. Your favor is called in.
We did it.
What a waste of
And-
We
We got the
saved the
red-
forest.
So from the Temple of the Lionheart,
They give 25.
mighty warriors, your favor is called in,
Ugh.
paying for 2,500. The remaining.
But guys, really, what we did is solidify Ash's trust in us.
That's
That's right. She doesn't
That's-
know that we're doing all
That's
this.
really what we did here. Like,
Yeah.
who cares about the rest of it? But
All right. You guys have secured the funds. They actually give you the funds. They don't. They
trust
but
us.
they're fun.
All right, we take
They're-
those and go in.
But they assure you that the favor is paid.
Got
That
it.
is paid.
And we let Bart know that these are all the people that like backed him. So if he goes back on his word, like he's gonna
the
have
Lionheart will
all
come for
the
you.
Lionheart
And
and
the
all
wild
Okay.
part.
and all the other people to deal with plus us.
All right.
And he's heard
funding
of us.
from 2 religious sects in the city, and all
And
right.
the
So,
disciples of
You
Sin.
guys eventually go.
We didn't even
and
fund any of it.
You guys eventually go. Make your way back up to Ash. You find Ash. You can see Ash is currently standing.
We did
Like
fun
you
up.
see, she's drenched in sweat as she's been standing there for.
What color you be? All right.
Has it been? How long has it been?
I would say that you see her. Not
And we went on
orange.
tour.
What
Yeah.
would spring
In
be?
a couple days.
It's been a
'cause we had
couple
to come
days.
back.
Yellow.
Spring's more like pinkish and
Pinkish.
yeah.
You see her a color that you haven't seen her before.
Ash,
I don't know if
we
that's
did it.
good.
Did what?
We saved the forest.
We did.
And then I'd recap how Sinjin did this big presentation, and we went to all the temples.
I
And, not really, but
helped.
like.
Fury
Got
did
them to
help.
stop
And Fury
production.
helped, and he
You
had
guys
all
got
these
all that
pictures.
money?
And we
Yeah.
got 4,500 gold for them to slow
We're
down.
not
on
going to
the
get our
forest.
portion for doing this, but our
Yeah, sorry, I
portion went
did.
to it too. But
I did do
they're
that.
going to basically slow down to a haltish for 6 months, and so you can do your thing in 6 months, right? Because we didn't get you a golden sickle, but you said you had
Oh, he's
a
back.
thing on that.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
I have no concept of where
Well,
we
they're going to
are.
stop for about 6 months so you can fix this.
That is fantastic. That is
Yeah.
really good. I have a couple different ways, and if they're willing to stop and basically slow production, so I can maintain the forest the way it currently is, you would need to ask him, does he want me to create a grove that will continually produce trees that they can fell? Or does he want to leave the forest alone as it is and let it grow and they will have a never-ending supply of trees to fell? It may be a little bit less than what they have, but they'll grow new trees every day.
I think that's kind of what we told him.
Or it will allow the forest to continuously grow where it's at. But one is leaving this forest completely alone, one is letting this forest grow, and then them having a hard time.
Which would you prefer?
Honestly, I'd rather just let this forest go back to what it does, and I can create the grove for them to cut down at their will.
So it'll be a separate grove of unending trees for them to keep felling,
Yes.
and you leave this
That's,
one out.
I think, what they
I
would
think that
prefer
would be
based on the
what I
That
would
is
conversation.
fantastic. Does that work for you, Ash? If we create a grove specifically for them to cut down, and then this one gets to go back to its former glory?
Yes.
And no animals will be
I was
harmed.
making sure I know this is means more to you than probably the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean, I think that should be fine.
I will send a message to Bart and tell him that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
oh, there, since you've been around for so long,
Yes.
and just wondering if you've ever come across some items that we are trying to find.
Such as?
Have you ever heard of the Heart of the Oasis?
Never heard of it.
Okay, well,
Can I
the Dark Lord's
insight check?
Hammer.
Sure. What the hell's that?
Well, then that answers my
it's
question.
too much
The
worth it.
serpent's eye? No.
Yeah, I haven't
Have
seen
you ever
it.
heard of a walking, dancing, fighting sword? You are not helpful for an old man.
I've lived in the woods.
Ask him where the nearest spruce is.
Where's the nearest?
Sure, over there.
Well, thank you, sir.
So helpful. So
I don't think
He
it's worth
doesn't know. That's not. You're asking a hermit of the woods.
Well, you know.
I know.
You never know,
It's-
he's been
it
around
works.
for 3
You
years.
never know. That's true.
The Dark
You
Dwarf's hammer,
told
that's what
us.
I've been using. Hold on.
Maybe
Exactly,
he was the druid that
That's-
created the heart of the oasis.
That would
He
be.
just forgot.
It's
All
always
right.
worth asking.
So, awesome job. So you
This whole
guys, so
night.
you guys successfully completed that mission. You guys are going to now be level 8.
We do
Leveling
love
up.
gonna ask.
You guys have done awesome role playing. Like everything is kind of like you guys. Like I know it's been kind of a longer break and stuff that we haven't really done much in fighting or
Next
anything
time
like
we're killing anyone we come
that. It's just we need to fight.
killing them all.
So I appreciate you guys, but
I
you
cast
know doing that.
suggestion,
But you guys,
fight us.
you guys have done a lot of like personal building and I think character building during this time. So, but yeah, so that is probably where we're going to go ahead and end the session when we finish leveling up. But thank you for stopping in, joining us on chat. Please feel free to check us out on Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, YouTube. Follow us at Dicey Adventures. You can find us on Instagram.
Twitter.
But yeah, when are we playing next week? We'll
talk about it as a group.
Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll be playing sometime next week. It might be earlier in the week, so
It's what, follow us on Instagram? Is that where you post?
yeah,
Instagram and Twitter.
Instagram and Twitter. So until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.